Hare Krishna. We'll do one round of chanting and then we'll get started. So you all have your chanting malas. If you don't have, you just have to chant 108 times Hare Krishna mantra together. So I'll set the pace. According to that, you all can follow. Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Everyone together. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuromilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadadi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakkamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchamakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Please repeat after me with enthusiasm. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरये
ततो जयमुदीरये
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
देवकीनन्दनाय च
देवकीनन्दनाय च
नन्दगोपः कुमाराय
नन्दगोपः कुमाराय
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रये
नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रे
नमो महावदन्याय
नमो महावन्याय
कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते
कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते
कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्या नामिने गौरद्विषे नमः नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हुकुम करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयति गिरियत्कृपः तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यईश्वरम् ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षः सः भ्याभ्यान्तरं श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु। हरे कृष्ण। Let me send few slides so that Hare Krishna. Today we are discussing a very essential topic. Who am I? Uh, the whole world can develop a lot of technology, a lot of knowledge. People can discover a lot of things. But one thing that cannot be discovered unless it is told by the Supreme Lord, and the only country which can tell this to the whole world is India. Who am I? The whole world is confused. Who are they? Right? And most of the fights happen because we are confused who we are. Right? But when we know who we are, then everything gets resolved. All the problems in life also get resolved. So today's topic, actually, if you all hear attentively, you can resolve all the problems in your life. And if you can adopt this consciousness throughout your life, throughout your day, nobody in the world can affect you in any way when you understand who am I, right? So this is something that Lord Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita as a first teaching to Arjuna. When Arjuna asks so many questions, we'll discuss in detail Bhagavad Gita. That is going to happen after we finish this 12, 13 sessions that we have, right? Arjuna asks several questions. Why should I fight? Why him? Why now? Why then? Why, what will happen? This, that. Krishna doesn't answer any of that. He says, wait a second. First, understand who are you. Then let us discuss all the questions, right? Sometimes we forget the basics and then we complicate our entire understanding because we don't know the basics. Bhagavad Gita starts with who am I? In a way, today you're actually starting one very, very core section of Bhagavad Gita. By the time we finish the Science of Self-Realization course, you'll be well versed with almost 40% of Bhagavad Gita. The three modes of material nature, we went through so many verses. Krishna explaining what is Sattva-guna, what is the Tamoguna, what is Rajoguna, right? And what are the problems in life? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, Dukkha, Doshana, Darshana. That's also Bhagavad Gita only. All this Bhagavad Gita. What we are doing, we are keeping it in a sequence in which your preliminary doubts are cleared. Because we cannot be as knowledgeable and as surrendered as Arjuna to hear Bhagavad Gita, but we can try to reach somewhere, after which understanding Bhagavad Gita will be easy. A lot of people, they start reading Bhagavad Gita, but they give up in between. Why? Because the level at which Krishna is speaking is not, you're not able to assimilate it. Right? You have to tune your channel. You have to tune it. Like there are so many songs right now in the air. There is a rock song going on, there is a classical song going on, there is a shairi going on, everything is going on. Right? You have to tune your radio to the channel. Because if just imagine if all the songs are coming at the same time, what will you end up with? Hare Krishna. There are still some people in my life who don't know what I do on Saturday morning. Many of them already know what I do on Sunday morning, Sunday evening, right? So I still have to inform some people. Actually, people give up on me after some time. ये बंदा मिलता ही नहीं है. अच्छा है ना? Anyway, so yeah, what was I saying? I was saying something.
Tune in.
You have to tune in. You have to tune in. It's very, very important. Because there are so many consciousness outside, right? See, when you're entering the community, some of you came from outside. You're asked, who are you? Right? So there you have to tell something, right? Huh? But that identity, if you bring here, then that is not your right identity. Right? That is not your right identity. What is your right identity? You need to know. We all need to know. And we are all one, but at the same time, we are not one. We're all different. But coming from the same source. Mamaya Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. He's telling everybody is coming from me. And I am the source of everything. Aham sarvasva prabho matta sarvam pravartate yati matva bhujante mam buddha bhava samarvitaha. When you understand that I am the source of all of you, you will become united in worshipping me. Right? And in the beginning of these sessions, we should make a prayer to Krishna. Here, Supreme Lord Krishna is there. Shri Radha Krishna, Radha Madhav. Beautiful picture is there. What we should ask them is, Krishna, please give us the remembrance of who am I. Because I've forgotten who am I. I've forgotten. right? Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Vedesta sarver ahameva vedyo vedanta krit veda videvacha. Krishna is telling in the 15th chapter, 15th shloka. He's saying, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto. You, oh Lord, you are situated in my heart. Krishna is situated in individually each one of your hearts. Right now, he's there. Right? And then he's saying, Matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Three things I want from you, Krishna. Three things. I want remembrance, smriti, matta smritir jnanam. Forgetfulness and knowledge. Jnanam. These three things, if you don't give me, I can't understand who am I. I can't understand who is God. You only have to reveal. I can only put my effort, but you have to reveal. This is not something that you can sit in a laboratory and find out who you are. We have to depend on His mercy. Right? We can easily forget, and we have already forgotten. Individually, each one of us are Satchitananda. We are filled with knowledge, we are filled with happiness and bliss, right? And we are eternal also. But then we forgot. Sometimes, a rich man's son, just giving an allegoric example, a rich man's son, he is studying in his house, he's growing up and everything, and suddenly he's sent to a hostel. Some of you are going from hostels, staying in hostels. But who you are in your hometown? You are from a well good family, right? Or anybody, we're not from hostel, from house. You are coming from a very good family, in the street, everybody knows you. Your family is known by everybody. But when you come to here, nobody knows you. Right? Nobody knows you. Suddenly you feel so alone. You feel lost. You feel, Arey, what will happen to me? And if something small happens, also you get affected a lot. Right? But just imagine suddenly, you get some vacation and you go back to your village or your town or your city, your hometown. How will you feel confident then? Huh? Mera ilaka. Right? Me, I have come. You suddenly feel powerful. Right? So, this is what is happening even right now. We have forgotten from where we came. We have forgotten the connection to whom we belong. We are here in these bodies, in this situation, in this education, in this job, in this business. We have forgotten actually where we come from. And that is the reason all the fears are coming. But the moment we know who we are, nobody in the world can affect us. Nobody can insult us. Nobody can, or you will not feel insulted. Right? You don't even care about it. Because you know who you are. So that is why, who am I is the basic, essential, preliminary beginning chapter of science of self-realization. Who am I? Athato Brahma Jignasa. Vyasdev tells in Vedanta Sutra. After writing all the Vedas, he writes a sutra, a summary, an index of all the Vedas. Single sentences. So that's a sutra. So that in a single sentence you have all the meaning. Right? So he starts Vedanta Sutra. You see, what is that? Athato Brahma Jignasa. Now it is the time. Therefore, now it is the time to understand the absolute truth. Have you seen any book which is written with the first word as therefore? Go and find any library. In the whole planet, go and buy a book which says, therefore, and it starts. Vyasdev starts his book with, therefore. Why? Because he's saying, you already read all the Vedas, you already finished everything. Therefore, understand what I'm telling you now. Veda Anta Sutra. Anta means end. At the end of all Vedas. He writes all this Vedanta Sutra, Athato Brahma Jignasa, Brahmadhyasya Yataha. He writes Anando. There are so many sutras, one by one. But the beginning one is Athato Brahma Jignasa. Brahma Jignasa. Understand. Therefore, now understand who you are. Right? And then he starts the Vedanta Sutra. But Vedanta Sutras are so difficult to understand for today's audience that he thinks, I think maybe I should write Upanishads. Upanishads are also so difficult to understand. Oh, I think too much philosophy conclusions. Okay, let me do a thing. Let me try to write Itihasas. or Puranas. I will reveal the pastimes of God whenever Krishna came or his devotees in the story form. History, they are not stories, they are not mythology, they are not myths. This is a word created by British. Stupid word created by British, which we even talk now. I have seen mythological picture. That means you have seen mental picture. No, we don't see mythological pictures. We see historical pictures. That's our history. Lord Ram walked on this planet. We have proof. My dear sir, you want to come and see the proof? You come and see the proof. I will show you. Lord Krishna was there on this planet. He very much walked on this planet. Lord Narsingadev very much walked on this planet. This is my history. Oh, Prabhuji, you believe in it. I don't believe it. You don't believe because you have not come to those places. Right? People who reject knowledge without any research are called what in a college? In a college, when people reject knowledge without any research, what are they called? कोई अच्छा वर्ड होगा ना उसके लिए? पागल है कि नहीं? क्या बोलते हैं? हाँ. So today, 99.99% of India or Bharat is filled with pagals. Why? Because they are rejecting their history without even doing any research. How much effort you have put? I have seen Ranveer Alia Bada's podcast. उसका देखो क्या हाल हो रहा है. Right? I'm not against him. But what is underneath a person? What is underneath a person? His values. What kind of people are we hearing knowledge from? People who speak nicely. People who speak nicely is not the criteria to get knowledge, my dear Prabhujis and Matajis. People who speak from source. People who speak from source. Don't fall for people who are good speakers. Don't fall for people who have, by looks, they look like a sadhu. A sadhu can come in a blazer with a tie and give you the talk also. Don't fall for dress. Don't fall for vocabulary. Don't fall for language. Don't fall for image. Don't fall for fame. Look for the source. Our country can save the whole world if we introduce the source to the whole world. Not our skills. Our skills are good. Skills are helpful. But to explain who am I, we have to go to the source. And while I was spending time to kind of accumulate this course called Who Am I spent a lot of time hearing to my Siksha Gurus. I asked several questions to them. So what you're going to witness now in the next couple of hours is a lot of questions related to who am I will be answered scientifically. Because this is how we are challenged outside, right? We will be challenged. You believe that you are the soul. Prove. People want to prove. Right? But to understand that proof also, they need to have a level of consciousness. If they don't have a level of consciousness, they can't understand. You understand? Even to hear the answer, they need humility. I was hearing from Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON. He told that Arjuna, the way he asked Krishna, is an example of how we should ask questions. How he asked? He said, my dear Krishna, I have these questions. Can you please give the answers if you think I can understand it? Can you see the words? If you think I can understand it. Meaning you're already submitting yourself that I'm so fallen that I don't know whether I can understand. If you think you can make me capable of understanding it. When we develop a heart like this, it doesn't happen overnight. But when we have a desire to develop a heart like this, our heart will transform and the Vedic knowledge will be revealed. It will be revealed. You already have it inside you. You already know who you are. But if you sit with that humility and pray to Krishna intensely, why don't we do this? Next 20 seconds, hold your hands, intensely pray to Krishna. Here is Radha Krishna. Please allow me to understand who am I. Hare Krishna. This prayer is going to do the difference because he has to reveal. Provided we are surrendered to no. Now, there are 5 koshas. I told in the group I'll speak about it. But it's important I can speak in the beginning itself. There are 5 koshas. Please repeat after me. Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Jnanamaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha, Anandamaya kosha. These 5 koshas is the level of consciousness. A person in Annamaya kosha cannot understand spiritual knowledge. Prabhuji, this is where the problem is. You start judging people, no, you start dividing people. No, I'll tell you an example. Because the moment we speak spirituality, outside modern public think, oh, we're all same. So why are you differentiating people? Krishna says we're all same, but the level of consciousness can be different. Just imagine, I'm giving an example, allegoric example, that a person, say you are working in, say some remote village in America. By the way, America also has villages. Remote village in America. Right? I had once gone to one place. It only had 1 petrol bunk and 5 houses. That's a village. That's all. Right? And sometimes there are 100 kilometers this side, 100 kilometers that side. There is nothing else except that. Remote villages. Right? Just imagine you have gone to work. Some assignment is given to you. You have to go and there is some factories branch there. You have to go and install some software, resolve some tickets and come back. You have to go there. And you are a vegetarian. From your childhood, you are a vegetarian. Right? And you are very clear. I would never eat meat. You have that thing. Now, your wife, say for some time, Mati just think that you are Prabhuji's. Your wife is, she has packed something for you that please take this because you don't know where you're going. And you are living in, say, city called Atlanta. You're living in Atlanta and from there you're flying to this village. To go to that village, you have to land in an airport nearby and then from there you have to drive 200 miles to reach that particular village. Okay? You go to that place. Now, by the way, some other prefix is if you don't finish that assignment properly, you lose your job. Because already company is laying off people. They need a reason to lay you off. And nobody was ready to go to that place because it's a very austerity place, but you are decided to go because you want to retain your job. And you have a home loan also. You have a personal loan also. You have so many other difficulties also. You have your parents in India also. You have to take care of your parents. You have to send money. Now, in this situation, I can't lose my job. I have so many obligations. I have to go. Ban gaya? Film story? Set ho gaya na? This context is very important. Okay. So finally, I go. But when I pick up my baggage, one baggage is lost. Which is that baggage? The one with the food. What my wife gave, baggage gap. I landed. Where is my baggage? Oh, we'll figure it out, sir. How long will it take? Sir, I think sometimes it takes 7 to 8 working days. My assignment is 1 week. Right? If 7 to 8 days, kya khaunga main? I don't know. Okay, let me see. Something I'll figure out, right? So I go to that place. The only thing I see is a petrol bunk. There is a store called 7-Eleven. We will build that US में दिखता है 7-Eleven store. And then you go to, there are some 20 houses here and there. And there is a small motel where you can stay. That's all is there. And there is an office. Office has 10 people. No Indians. Now you have gone there. And then, you're hungry. Right? You're hungry. Monday morning, you're hungry. You have to somehow survive till Friday evening, because Friday evening you can go back to Atlanta. This is the situation. Now, you said, okay, let me go and take some juice. Some mango juice to milega. Some juice, something. I went and saw there are only sodas. No fresh fruit juice. Only sodas. Okay, I'll have some soda. Then I'm searching the supermarket. Something I should find. There's some salad. Some frozen salad. ऐसे लगा के frozen section में लगा हुआ है. Good. Vegetarian salad मिल गया. So you took that salad, you rushed to the office, you have to work very nicely, challenging assignment, otherwise you'll lose your job. Attentively you went, you had that soda, you had that little salad, you're doing your job. Afternoon, your stomach started good, 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 good. What happened? Motions, loose motions. Something went wrong. The salad is not working for you. What do you do? Okay, let me wait till evening. Let me see for the dinner. Right? Just you are in that position. Huh? I'm talking about you. And then evening happened. You went to that store. Something should be there to eat. Right? Bread is there. Nothing else is there. Right? Mayonnaise is there, but mayonnaise has eggs. No, I don't eat that also. What should I eat? What should I put the bread on? I'll just eat bread. You ate bread. Still, your hunger is not gone. Your taste buds are not satisfied. Your hunger is not gone. You said, okay, let me put the salad inside the bread. Next day morning, I'll make my sandwich, keeping the salad and the bread. Chota store. Hai. There's nothing around. You have to survive on that petrol bunk small store. Didn't work. Next day morning, you have immense stomach pain, again loose motions, and you have to go to the work. Can you not go to the work? No. 7 days the time you have. You have to finish your job. Your wife called you. Hey ji, how are you? Sab theek chal raha hai? You don't want to worry her. They said, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. Sab theek hai. Sham mein phone karta hu. Right? And then you survived the second day without eating anything. Because if you eat, you're getting loose motions, and loose motions is even more worse. It even dehydrates you. Water is there, soda is there, that salad is there. Kya khaoge? Kya khaoge? Second day passed by. You got third day, Wednesday morning. How long you have not eaten? 48 hours. Your body is craving for food. And now you're getting sudden, what is that? Palpitations. Because your body, you're not used to fasting like this. And anything you're trying to eat after that, your stomach is paining. Anything in that store. And you're wondering what to do. Somehow, Krishna, make me survive. Because I can't leave this job. I can't go back. If I go back, I'm gone. Thursday morning. 3 days, it's already gone. You have not eaten anything. It's now is a question of life or death. Prabhuji's, Mataji's. It's not now. Somebody who's not eating for 3 days, you'll know. With bad stomach and loose motions, anything can happen. And you don't know what to do. You're literally trying to eat something a little bit to survive, but you don't know what to do. You're confused. You're waiting for your time to go back to your home, right? Your home is coming in your dreams. Your dining table is coming in your dream, right? And your wife calls you Thursday evening. Is everything okay? You're coming tomorrow, right? No change in plan? No change in plan. I'm coming tomorrow. I'm finishing. By the way, make matar paneer, make puri, make fried rice, make nice dal and sabzi, and make this. Wife is like, "Hey, इतना क्यों बोल रहे हो? मैं इतना तो बांध के दी तुम्हें." Right? No, you just make it. I'm coming. Friday morning, you're almost dead. You're barely able to concentrate on your work also. But you're trying your best to concentrate on the work. Because you can't concentrate if you're not eaten. Right? You're pushing yourself. And then Friday afternoon, client has come. He has to sign off saying you've finished your assignment. If he has any complaints, you have to continue. Question of life or death. Right? For the first time, question of life or death. Kya karu main? You're literally intensely praying. I have done my best. Krishna, please make him accept. He comes there. Okay, I think tickets 1, 2, 3. And this ticket, Krishna, is okay. Is okay. This is not in priority. You can take care of it later. You can go. Thank you very much. Afternoon, you took a cab. You're rushing to the airport and you're calling on the wife, calling your wife on the way. Is everything prepared? Sab tayar hai na? I'm coming in by 7:30. 7:30 I'll land. 8:30 I'll be in the house. I have to have. She's like, yeah, aao ghar ko aao. Everything is okay. You are literally, you're not eating anything in the airport also because already stomach is gone. You don't want to try any other ready-made food. Go home and eat sattvic bhojan. The value of food you'll know then, right? You have landed in the airport, booked a cab, reached your home, your wife is at the door, you're running towards the house to eat, just to eat, nothing else in the consciousness. And you're like, "Aaj naha lo, baad mein. I have to eat something," right? You go to the dining table and she has made everything you asked. Everything you asked. And nice and hot. And she's like, "Abhi chapati banati hu garam garam. Banao, jaldi banao." Right? And then you kept your plate, kept the dal, kept the rice, kept this, kept this, kept this, kept this. And then a phone call comes. Right? A phone call comes. And you're like, you tell your wife, "You lift the phone. Dekho this guy." And she lifts the phone and she sits down and starts crying. You're like, "Kya hoga? Kya ho gaya? Kya ho gaya?" And she just starts weeping and crying and she gives the phone. And you pick up the phone and it's your father on the line from India. And he says, "Beta, jaldi aa jao. Mummy guzar gayi hai. Your mom has died. Some sudden heart attack happened. She just now passed away. It will take time for you to come. I'm taking care of everything. You please come immediately." Now my question to all of you. Can you eat what is there in front of you after hearing this? You're not eaten for 1 week. You're not eaten for 1 week. Plate is in front of you. You're desperate to eat. You know that you'll die if you don't eat. Because you'll die. You've not eaten anything. You have to eat. But you got this news. Your wife is crying. You're holding the phone. You started crying. Lost your mother. Nothing else is more important in the world than parents. You lost your mother. Father is crying. You have to go to India. And your wife is telling you, "Thoda kha lijiye, then we'll book the plane." Can you eat? No, right? You can't. Now, why did I tell this story? How is it related to who am I? How is it related to our consciousness? Prabhuji, when you were not getting food, now we're related to koshas. When you are not getting food, you are in Annamaya kosha. Annamaya kosha means the only thing you can think of is food. Mujhe khana hai. Like children, when they are born, first 5 years they're in Annamaya kosha. You give them kartal also, they'll keep in the mouth. You give them specs also, they'll keep in the mouth. The only thing they can think of is Annamaya kosha. Me, my food, my taste, I want to experience everything through mouth only. Right? That's Annamaya kosha. Are you all understanding? Then what happened? When the food was not available and his body was getting affected, he thought he is going to die. That's called Pranamaya kosha. Suddenly your consciousness has risen from Annamaya kosha to I exist and I can also die. You would not normally think that. Because that situation came, you started thinking about Pranamaya kosha. Samjha? When you are in Pranamaya kosha, now what you are eating is not important. So eating something is important. ऐसा नहीं गरम गरम लेकर आओ, कुछ भी हो, नरम नरम गरम गरम कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Just give me something to eat because I need to save my life. समझ रहे ना? You are in Pranamaya kosha. Now you came to your house and then a very difficult news came that your mother passed away. You go into Manomaya kosha or Jnanamaya kosha. And when you change that kosha, suddenly your thought process on your Annamaya and even Pranamaya goes aside. Because now you are at the next level of kosha. You yourself told that you may not eat. Right? Because your kosha is changing. Prabhuji, just imagine how powerful the kosha is, the level of consciousness is. When a person's level of consciousness changes, you are not the same person. You are not the same person. Even though till yesterday you were thinking in a certain way, now the way you are going to think is going to be completely different. Your decision making changes, your priorities changes, everything changes because that is the power of kosha. You understand? And then Vijnanamaya Kosha. You already have experienced death in life. You know what it means. You know that one day you have to die. You've seen death very closely. So then you rise to that Kosha. Your misery, of your dilemma of losing your mother also goes down. Doesn't get eradicated, but you can handle it now because you have some experience of it. Vijnanamaya Kosha. Then you have spiritual knowledge. You understood what life is. You know who are you. You know who is God. You know what's happening. That's the next level Kosha where you are clearly seeing the whole plan of God getting executed. Very difficult to imagine what I'm telling you. That's Anandamaya Kosha. At the Anandamaya Kosha, nothing affects you. Affects you, but you know how to handle it. You can see the things the way they are. Now, why did I give the example of Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Jnanamaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya? Why did I give this knowledge? If you are not at least in Jnanamaya Kosha, you cannot understand today's session. I'm sorry. You cannot. Even though you think you can, maybe you feel that you have understood, but you will not understand. You will not realize it. That is the reason. Now, how do you raise yourself in these koshas? You have to chant. You have to do mantra meditation. Meditation on mantra. That fixes your mind on a single point. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekaha kurunandana. Krishna says, single pointed attention, Arjuna. Vyavasayatmika buddhi, spiritual knowledge. Bahushaka anantascha abuddhir avyavasayana. Bahushaka. Shaka means branches. Too many branches of knowledge, too many branches of understanding things, you will not be able to understand anything. You should be very single pointed in your understanding. If you're following one thing, reading Bhagavad Gita, just read Bhagavad Gita. Following a process, just follow that process. And follow it dedicatedly, without any deviation, you will see the result. Krishna is telling this. Yavasayatmika buddhi ekaha kurunandana. So, if you are not chanting, which I have been telling many times, since you are coming to the sessions, but now I am making it a recommended mandatory, I don't know whichever word you can use, that you will attend all these sessions, there won't be any transformation in you because all you got is information. That's all. You have to follow the process. Given by God, not by me. Harar Nama, Harar Nama, Harar Nameva Kevalam. Only. Kalau Nastheva, Nastheva, Nastheva Gatra. In this age of Kali Yuga, if you are not chanting the holy names, if you are not chanting every day, daily, and you are not increasing your rounds, you are just sticking to that. I'm sorry, Bhagavad Gita nahi aayega samajh. But tumhara kosha hi alag hai. You are in a different kosha. You can't understand. Right? So, my humble request that you all have been sent here by God. Have been sent here by God. We all have been sent here by God to remind ourselves what He has told in Bhagavad Gita. I'm doing a service, you're doing a service. So let's take this seriously. Let it be a transformatory part of our life, whichever phase of life you are in. Let this woman knowledge actually go inside and change you. Please chant. And I'm requesting everyone, come on time, because first thing that we do here is chant together. Chanting together is a very, very essential thing. Chanting alone is one thing. Chanting together is very important. Right? Like today morning, I got up a little late. I still have another 4 rounds to do. Right? Why? Why is this important? Because your battery full charge nahi hota hai. How long can you last? Yeah. First thing that I should do after I get up is finish my 16 rounds. Minimum. Because that dosage mere ko chahiye. Right? When you are too much diseased, you need antibiotics also. I'm very diseased materially. That is the reason I need more chanting. And I have to increase my number of rounds because medicine chahiye na. Consciousness change karna hai na. Now let us understand, who am I? Are you, if I go to this second slide that I sent, if I ask somebody, who are you? Mataji, who are you? What is your answer? Radhika Mataji. And she has a profession. She belongs from North India. right? Prabhu, who are you? Manoj. Huh? Yes, software engineer. Yeah. Now see, everybody has introduction. Huh? Thank you, Prabhu, Manoj too. So everybody has introduction. But is the introduction right? What is the problem with this introduction? Temporary. It's a temporary designation. I am a project manager until I have a team. If a team is removed, I will go and tell I have a project manager. किसको manage कर रहा है? पता नहीं, अभी कोई दिया नहीं. What kind of manager are you? I am a husband until my wife doesn't leave me. I am a parent if I have children. Everything is related. It's called relative recognition. Everything is dependent on something else to be proven, so your existence has meaning. Yeah, I am a software engineer. How does it matter if you're not working anywhere? Only if you're working somewhere, there is a value to being a software engineer. You're sitting in the house somewhere, sleeping every day. Someone, what are you? I'm software engineer. कुछ फर्क पड़ता है क्या? Huh? Weird, right? So any recognition in this world, any recognition in this material world is relative recognition. It's not your permanent recognition. So everything that we are recognizing with is related. Even a retired person says, I am retired. Right? That because you worked sometime earlier. You're trying to identify with that. Otherwise, you don't have an identification. But Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita in the beginning itself, what is your recognition? I'll send a couple of slides. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Actually, the problem is I saved it in such a way. Let me do a thing. Let me just go ahead and send it. Okay. Yeah. So I'll send you another couple of slides. Right? So who am I? So Krishna says, there is a shloka I have sent you, right? Yeah? Natvayam jatunasam. Can you see the shloka? Please repeat after me. Have you all got it? Yeah. Natvayam jatunasam. Natvam neme janadipa. Na chaiva na bhavishyamaha. Sarve vayam atah param. Krishna is telling this in the beginning itself to Arjuna. 2.12. Right? He's telling. What is the meaning of this? Please repeat after me. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. What a sentence. So, Prabhuji, how old are you? 30 exact name Number 30. So today we are in 2025. So Prabhuji existed. Did he exist in 1990?
Yes. Not on this body.
Huh? No, right? If it is 30 years, if it's 30 years, minus maro, kitna hoga? 95. He has to take birth 95. If he's 30 years old, right? So 94, did he exist? No. But Krishna is telling, never was there a time. Natvayam jatunasam natvam neme janadipa. Janadipa. Not only we. He said, not only me, Arjuna, not only you, all these janadipa, all these kings who are standing around in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. There was never a time that you do not exist, never a time that I did not exist. There will never be a time when you will not exist. There will never be a time that I will not exist. When I read this shloka first time, मेरा तो fuse उड़ गया मतलब ये क्या बोल रहा है? Was I there when Krishna was speaking Bhagavad Gita? I was there. May not be in Kurukshetra, maybe in, I don't know, some other city, in some body. Was I there when Hiranyakashipu was killed by Narasimhadeva? I was there. Was I there when Hanumanji smashed Lanka by putting fire? I was there. Was I there when this creation was not created? I was there. Krishna is not telling, after creation, there will never be a time you and me. No, he's saying, there is never a time that you and me did not exist. Prabhuji and Mataji, this is a great revelation. If you really meditate on this. How old are you? There is nothing older than you. Right? But what about this body? That is a problem. You are thinking this body is you. When you think that this body is you, you die. You experience death. But when you know that you are not this body, there is no death only. Krishna, and another thing is revealing in the verse, Natvayam Jatanasam Natvam Meme Janadipa is not telling we never existed before, we always existed, we will exist. He's saying you, me. Acharyas explain, Krishna and you, though you are part of Krishna, are not the same. God is making sure very clearly. He's telling you, you will have your individual identity forever. Is it a good news or a bad news? It's a good news. Because I was thinking, I'll merge into God. Mera kya hoga to? If you merge into something, what about me? What about my feelings? What about my thoughts? What about my interests? What? अरे ये क्या मतलब है जोड़ देंगे? अच्छा लग रहा है भगवान में मिल जाएंगे लेकिन मेरा क्या होगा? There is an individual recognition that we all have, which is a very essential thing, which is God-given identity. EGO, ego. There is false ego, there is true ego. What is false ego? When I say that I am this body. True ego means what? When I know that I am part of God. But still, I am part of God. That I always exist. Don't try to eliminate that I. Some foolish spiritual path, they say, remove the I, remove the I, remove the I. How can I remove I? I exist. मैं हूं यहाँ पे. I am alive. Bhagavad Gita never says remove I. Never says. I have 700 slokas of Bhagavad Gita. I am not read anywhere where Krishna is saying, oh, I is the problem. No. Somebody, he himself is a problem for him. He is propagating the whole world that you are a problem. No, you are not a problem. We exist always. God exists always. We have existed always. He existed always. We will exist in future always. This is called spiritual knowledge. This is called knowledge which is above our understanding of temporariness of this world. Bro, how is it possible that I existed forever? Forever? ये forever का मतलब क्या है? कब तो मैं पैदा हुआ होगा ना? I would have taken birth somewhere. Right? No, that is the beauty. You have never taken birth. प्रभु जी समझ में नहीं आ रहा. 4 माला करके आओ. थोड़ा समझ में आएगा. प्रेयर करो. समझाओ मुझे. The word eternal, though it's an English word, it's very difficult to explain. It's very difficult to explain. The problem is the frog in a well philosophy ho jayega. You know what that story, frog in a well? When a frog in a well, what does it think? Oh, this is the water, I am the king. It's the greatest water I am in. Another frog falls from the ocean in that well. And that frog says, hey, what are you in this small area? Let's go. What do you mean small area? देखो इतना पता पानी है मेरे लिए. अरे ओशन से आया हूं मैं. ओशन क्या है? इससे 2 गुना ज्यादा होगा. It will be 2 times the size of the well. And the frog is like, how should I explain this fellow? How can I explain this fellow? What is ocean and what is well? And you try to explain what it does. ठीक है. For your happiness, 100 times. This is what happens when you approach spirituality without proper sadhana. He has to reveal. How he has to reveal? He has to pick up this frog, throw him in an ocean and then say, then. So we have to be picked up from here to a different level of consciousness. We ourselves cannot. We have to surrender and say, hey Krishna, please, Hare Krishna, उठाओ मेरे को दिखाओ, जो मुझे देखना चाहिए दिखाओ. Now, how do you prove that spiritual world exists? मैं तुम लोगों को चैलेंज करता हूँ. ठीक है प्रभु, you be the speaker, I am your student now. ठीक है, you prove that soul exists and spiritual world exists. बोलते हो मेटेरियल वर्ल्ड, एक पागल गुरु है दाढ़ी लगा के बैठता है यूट्यूब में, बोलता है देयर इज नो स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड, एंजॉय योर करंट वर्ल्ड. These people deny the happiness in this world, saying there is some other world. Enjoy करो. ऐसा है गुरु, करोड़ों फॉलोअर उसके. So if he comes and challenges you, saying prove that spiritual world exists, यहाँ बैठ के प्रूव करो spiritual world exist करता है, what is your answer? Of course you can tell तेरा कोशा ही गलत है, क्या बोलूँगा? That is not enough. I want to scientifically prove. साइंस मतलब क्या? ये केमिकल कुछ ब्लास्ट होना चाहिए ना. बोलो, हाउ डू यू प्रूव दैट स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड एग्जिस्ट? जरा सोचो एक मिनट, आपके माइंड में क्या आता है? प्रूव कर सकते हैं? अरे बाप रे, बोलो प्रभु. भगवद गीता पढ़कर, हरे कृष्णा, या पुराना पढ़कर. सस्ता गुड में लड़का, आपकी मम्मी जो खिला रही है बहुत अच्छा खिला रही है, प्रसाद खिला रही है, इसीलिए इतना. He has faith that if I read Bhagavad Gita, I will understand the spiritual world exists. That is amazing. But आजकल के लोगों को समझ में नहीं आता है, स्पेशली जो पागल लोग हैं ना, ASBC ग्रेजुएट होते हैं, IIT के, उनको प्रूफ चाहिए, नहीं तो नहीं आता है. How would you prove? है कोई? How will you prove that spiritual world exists? Okay. Do you want me to prove?
Yes.
करेंगे प्रूव थोड़ा? हाँ? थोड़ा अभी थोड़ा इंटेलेक्चुअल जिम्नास्टिक्स होगा अभी थोड़ा. ठीक है? Focus. So you can also give this answer to everybody. Hare Krishna. Yeah, you can also give this answer. I'm going to tell you three things. First I'll tell you one, second I'll tell you two, and third I'll relate the one and two. Then you can understand. Pray to Krishna that you can understand. गुलाब जामुन कितने लोगों ने खाए? प्रभु जी ऐसे बोल रहे. महेश प्रभु गुलाब जामुन बोलते ही जीवा बाहर आ गई, है कि नहीं? खाया ना गुलाब जामुन? हाँ, एक मिनट सभी लोग आंख बंद करो, मैं गुलाब जामुन के बारे में चर्चा करूंगा. गुलाब जामुन is round, shining, dipping with liquid of nice nectarian sugar, and you can press it. It's little fragile also, and when you cut it, the outer part is soft, inner part is a little strong, little hard. But when you cut that inner part, when you keep it on your tongue, you will feel unbelievable happiness. And you start chewing it, the juice starts going from your tongue into your throat, and then you will experience something. अच्छा लग रहा है ना? This is a nice explanation of gulab jamun. Huh? How many felt the taste also when I was telling this? सच्ची सच्ची बोलो, थोड़ा taste आया? Huh? Yeah. Because you all ate gulab jamun. You all ate gulab jamun, and when I'm describing it, you could feel the presence of gulab jamun in mouth also. Agree or no? This is a very important point. You have to agree on this. Then only I can go to the next point.
Yes. Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Huh? ठीक है. For example, if you think of imli, the moment you think only you'll feel. The moment you think, चिंता है कि चालू जगह ये तो नोट आउट कर देना, है ना? हाँ? क्यों? Because you've eaten imli. A person who has not eaten imli बोलने से कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता, लेकिन imli बोल जो खाया उसको मुंह में तभी you'll start feeling that bitterness, है ना? Because you've eaten imli, you know how it feels. Do you all agree on this? Same gulab jamun versus imli. So you're agreeing that because you have experienced something, you are able to feel it. You're agreeing on this, right? If I call somebody from Uganda and tell that I'm going to give you gulab jamun, what will you tell? Huh? What's gulab jamun talking about? Ooh, I don't understand gulab jamun. What are this? पागल गुलाब जामुन दे रहा हूं तेरे को मैं समझ नहीं आएगा आपको कुछ समझ में नहीं आया क्योंकि उसको गुलाब जामुन जिंदगी में खाया नहीं वो समझ रहे हैं ना जो खाया वही उसको एक्सपीरियंस करेगा है कि नहीं now keep this point aside but remember this point that we discussed because you have experienced it you can feel it ठीक है ये पॉइंट कंक्लूजन है इसका कंक्लूजन माने नहीं माने
Yes, yes.
ठीक है साइड में रखो लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू think about death every day आज सुबह किसने सोचा गुड मॉर्निंग आज मरेंगे क्या बोला किसी ने हाउ मेनी think about death every day सुबह सुबह ब्रेकफास्ट करते समय अच्छा एक और दोषा ठीक है मरने से पहले खा लो आज तो मरना है कभी भी मर सकते हैं have you heard of anybody speaking in the house like that somebody is telling me every time he thinks about death अरे बाप रे YouTube में लिख रहा है get married anyway point is you don't think about death every day you don't think about it how many agree that voluntarily purposefully as an agenda you don't think about death you don't something happens to you medquest diagnostic से report कुछ है then you think अरे बाप रे range is 1 to 2 मेरा 22 है मरने वाला हूँ ठीक है ना then only think about death otherwise you naturally don't think about death how many here agree without any hesitation without any doubt that you don't think about death naturally agree or no unless something happens you think but otherwise you don't think what was the point number 1 unless you experience you don't realize it what is the point number 2 you don't think about death naturally now my question to you third thing I'm discussing now थोड़ा memory को store करके रखो ठीक है third thing I'm discussing is can you look around you and tell me what is permanent here that will always exist देख के बताओ हमेशा रहेगा हमेशा से था और हमेशा रहेगा show me something हाँ air या air sky ether 5 elements वो अपने हाथ में नहीं है वो थोड़ा बहुत की तरफ बढ़ेंगे वो भी आके जाते हैं actually given creation comes yes bro time again these are times I'm talking about something that you work with something that you touch something that you feel every day is there anything that is permanent you're permanent so you're talking spiritual now not at materialistic level is there anything that is permanent here are your parents permanent are your children permanent you don't want them to be permanent but they are not is your body permanent eternal है क्या हाँ देखो अभी देखो यहाँ पे भी सफेद बाल आने लगे it's not permanent right people can try to look like permanent people of the गौली दोड्डी पूरा अरे बाप रे कैसे जीऊंगा मैं I want to hide right? I also try to hide sometimes but it comes out so you want to look like you're permanent but you're not now the point is what third point that I'm trying to convince you or explain you that nothing is permanent around you your body is not permanent your relationships are not permanent your parents are not permanent your job is obviously not permanent कब निकालेंगे पता नहीं right nothing is permanent now I'm going to put a paradox here third one is what nothing is permanent second one is what you don't think about death all the time first one is what Until you experience, you can't accept it. You don't realize it, right? 3 अलग-अलग पॉइंट है यहाँ पे. ज्यादा साइंस हो रहा है क्या? होल्ड ऑन, ठीक है? अभी क्या कर रहे हो? Just think, you know that nothing is permanent, then how, and you know that that nothing is permanent, but you're not thinking about death. See the paradox here. Second and third one. I'll again repeat. You know that nothing is permanent, but you are not thinking about death. Contradiction नहीं दिख रहा है आप लोगों को यहाँ पे? You should think about death all the time. अरे सबको ही मर रहे हैं. Around everybody is dying. Everything is going. You should think about, but you're not thinking about death. लग रहा है किसको थोड़ा paradox? अरे बाप रे. Everything, huh?
Maya is so strong that we keep forgetting about it.
You keep forgetting it. That's one way of looking at it, but it's more than forgetfulness. There is something inside you which has not experienced death. There has to be something inside you which has not experienced death. That is the reason you're not thinking about death, though you know that everything is temporary around you. I'm relating the third and second point. समझ रहे हैं आप लोग? Agree or not? There has to be something inside you which is refusing to accept that it will die. And that is what is driving force. Then you're going to office, you're taking home loan, buying a plot, buying this. You're not thinking about death when you're doing all those things because there is something inside you which doesn't allow you to accept that you die. But when you identify with this body, you have to accept that it will die. Okay? We related second and third. Now, if there is something inside you which is not accepting that it will die, that means it has to come from a place where death doesn't exist. Because unless you have experienced it, you don't accept it. First point. You have eaten gulab jamun, that is the reason you are saying how gulab jamun feels. You have come from a place, you belong to a place where there is no death. That is the reason your consciousness is, you don't think you'll die. But you are forcing yourself to accept that you will die. Only when some situations come in front of you. Unnatural. Death is very unnatural for all of us. Very unnatural for all of us. Because we know that we'll not die deep inside. But because we don't know who we are, we accept death. But I personally am not convinced that I'll die. Why? Because I've experienced a place where there is no death. There has to be a place where there is no death. Otherwise, how come I am feeling this? There has to be a place where there is only happiness. Otherwise, why am I always looking for happiness? I'm always looking for happiness. How many here are planned for misery today? Huh? इसका डेट क्या है? 15th Feb. आज थोड़ा तड़प के मरेंगे. किसी प्लान किया किसी ने? Anybody plan today morning? Today, Prabhuji, I'll cry for half an hour. You plan किया? Nobody plans for misery. Nobody, because you don't want misery. Misery is coming. वो अलग बात है. वो आ रहा है. कभी खुशी, कभी गम. तररम पम पम चल रहा है. लेकिन you don't want it. How many want it? Tell me. Huh? How many have gone to, Venkatesh Swami in Tirupati? Hey, Balaji. Hey, Hare Krishna, Balaji, मेरे को कैंसर दे दे, मेरे को डायबिटीज दे दे, मेरे को एक्सीडेंट करा दे. Have you asked that? No, you will never ask because you don't want it. You always want to be happy. To be happy is part of you. Sat Chit Ananda is your nature. Sat Chit Ananda. Ananda means what? You always want to be happy. That's your nature. You can't change it. तुमको जेल में भी डालो, वहां पे भी you'll find some way to enjoy. Any situation. Somebody will put you in ICU also. You will start talking to the nurse. Some joke you'll crack. The nurse is telling you, "Tu marne wala hai." हंसते हंसते मरते हैं. You will try to find happiness. Even in a broken relationship, you will try to find happiness somewhere. Because that is your nature. Nature आया कहाँ से? कहाँ से आया वो nature? Unnatural नहीं है. Natural. Because you have come from a place where happiness only exists. When you come to this world, you are forced to accept that misery is also come. But you don't like it. You don't like it. Right? You already know everything. But you are forgetful of what you know and you are accepting a false identity. थोड़ा दिमाग का gymnastics हो गया. Huh? If you push these points, 3 points together, if you just push these 3 points together, what is the first point? Unless you realize it, unless you experience it, you don't realize it. What is the second point? You don't think about death anytime. What is the third point? Nothing is permanent. You just push these 3 points together, you can easily know that there is a place from where you have come and you don't belong here. You don't belong here. Holiness. I am forced to accept there is misery, but I don't like to be in misery. Things are being forced upon you. You are not in the place where you belong. I'm sorry. हम लोग यहाँ के है ही नहीं. We don't belong to this material world. We don't belong to this material. Because if you belong to the material world, anything happening here should be acceptable to you. You're not accepting a lot of things that is made of this material world, and that is the reason Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita. See the coding. इसको बोलते coding, code language. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Krishna has told 2 things. That, hey Arjun, you will not enjoy this world. You will not enjoy this world because this is Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Manufacturer of the world is telling you this is Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. What is Dukkhalayam? What is Vidyalaya? Vidyalaya. Bhojanalaya? Where you get food. Vidyalaya? Dukkhalaya? कुछ और बोलो ना ब्रो. पूरा प्लान पंचर कर दिया आपने. I was planning to do so many things in this world. I'm sorry, Prabhuji and Mataji. This is Dukkhalaya. यहाँ आपको दुख ही मिलेंगे. You'll only find Dukkhalaya. No, you can't argue on this. No, Prabhu, I think I'm happy. It's like, you go to buy a washing machine and you're asking the salesperson there, show me a nice washing machine. He's showing you one. You like that washing machine. He said, okay, pack this for me. Sir, one problem. What is the problem? Whenever you press the on switch, you'll get a little jerk of current. Huh? Really? I'll get the jerk of current. Will you buy that? अच्छा है ना देखने को बाहर से? You will not buy it because the manufacturer, the main person, the model itself says that you'll get a jerk of current. You don't want every morning jerk. People get that static, thing, right? How horrible your life is when you get that. Door खोलने के लिए सोच रहे कोई आके खोलेगा मैं खोलूं. Lift का button दबाओ ना दबाओ. Right? Static is, you actually see the sparks also sometimes. होता है. So why would you want to be in this material world when everything is static? हाँ? मरने वाला हूँ, दुख आने वाला है. अरे कहाँ पे आ गया मैं? Where am I? I don't belong here. And that is the reason Lord Vishnu stays in Vaikuntha. Kunta means misery. Vai means no. A place where there is no misery. That is the meaning of Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha praptirastu. Thank you. I want to go to the place where there is everything is eternal and there is no misery. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Sukhalayam shashvatam. I want to go to Sukhalaya, which is Shashvata. I don't want temporary enjoyment. Great Indian Laughter Challenge. Serial हो गया. उसके बाद क्या करें? That's not a way to lead life. I go to discotheque. अच्छा लग रहा है. उसके बाद क्या हुआ? Office में. Huh? No. We are trying to go on vacation to find happiness. Prabhujis and Matajis, our ancestors never went on vacations. Every day was a vacation. Their lifestyle itself was so nice. Every day was vacation. How many want to lead a life like that? Yes, we want to. But sorry, you can't because you're identifying with the wrong thing. There was never a time you did not exist. There will never be a time that will not exist. There will never be a time all these things won't exist. Hey Arjun, you are eternal. What fighting are you talking about? Whom are you trying to kill? Basic knowledge डाल दिया कृष्ण ने वहां पे. Basic, he just threw it there, saying that you will kill Bhishma. Really? You will kill Bhishma? You really think you can kill Bhishma? You can't be killed. You can't kill anybody. Where is the question of killing? Right? Body you can kill. न जायते मृयते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भवितव्येन भूया अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Krishna is telling, the sharir is temporary. Oh Arjun, you are eternal. What are you talking? You will kill anything. You can't kill. You cannot be killed by wind. You cannot be killed by fire. You cannot be nothing. You are eternal. You are that thing that cannot be killed. You are that soul. Right? We are forgetting. So, but we are Prabhu in this body. We have to maintain this body. I will maintain this body. But how much can you maintain? As per your karma, what you are supposed to get, you will get. You can't go beyond that. Right? See, when somebody dies, that Antim Prayanam vehicle comes. Right? And they play a, what is that? Sound, like Bhagavad Gita shloka in that. But nobody knows what it means. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yapanam jira tata deyantaras prapti dhiras tatra mein. उठाओ जल्दी निकाल तातस्य ही ध्रुव मृत्युर ध्रुवान मृत्युस्य च तस्माद अपार्याव्याप्ते यत्नत्वं सोचितवान्. Music चल रहा है बाजू में. But what is that music? That is telling that not to be tensed because of what you are seeing. This body is temporary. This body, clear बोल रहा है वो भगवद गीता में. There are slokas of Bhagavad Gita from 2nd chapter. But we're not understanding that. Somebody loves some people. There was a relationship with that soul. But you should understand the soul has not died. It has just moved on. But this knowledge is missing. Now there is this slide. Who is not dying? Do you have this slide? Who is not dying? Here, there was a rishi called Lomasha Rishi. His name was Lomasha. Say? Lomasha Rishi. Yeah. Iska specialty hai. What is the specialty? His one hair will fall after one day of Brahma. And he will die only when all his hairs are gone. Uska benediction. Usko वर मिला है. क्या वर मिला है? जब तक तुम्हारे शरीर पे बाल है, you will not die. Lomasha Rishi got this vardhan. Until I have hair on body, I will not die. And one hair will fall at one day of Brahma. One day of Brahma कितना है? 4.3 billion years. 4.3. Very inconceivable, right? Extreme example. $4.3 billion years is one day of Brahma. One night of Brahma is 4.3 billion years. And उसका एक बाल कब गिरता है? After one day of Brahma. And by the way, Lomasha Rishi is a little hairy person. कब मरेगा? Right? But मरेगा. कब मरेगा? नहीं मालूम है, लेकिन मरेगा. आप ब्रह्म बोरा लोगों पुनरावर्तिन अर्जुन. Krishna is telling, right from the Brahma to ant in Patala, everybody has to die. It's a question of when you will die. That's all. In this material world, everybody has to die. Everybody. All devatas also. They have to leave their bodies. There will be a rotation. Everybody will get new role, new this, whatever. If they do sins, they'll come down. They will do good, they'll go up. All this circulation chal raha hai. Lekin everybody has to die. Right? Now this Lomasha Rishi, he is sitting and doing meditation. Oh my God, I'm going to die. When will he die? When all his hairs are gone. One hair is one day of Brahma. And looking at him doing meditation, all his disciples, वो लोग बोलते हैं अरे हमारे गुरुजी धूप में बैठ के मेडिटेशन कर रहे हैं. आप लोग कई लोग धूप में बैठे ना यहाँ पे मेडिटेशन. अरे धूप में अच्छा नहीं, इनको तो छोटा हट बनाते हैं. We'll make a small kutir for him. So they started making kutir. They started keeping sticks and they started keeping some leaves on it and all that. Lomasha Rishi came out of meditation. You fools! What are you doing? Don't waste your time. Understand how to come out of the cycle of birth and death. Do meditation. And these disciples are like, महाराज आप अभी मरने नहीं वाले हो, क्यों इतना टेंशन ले रहे हो? Right? But Shastra is explaining, no matter how long you think you are going to die, but dying is certain. And Lomasha Rishi, who had so much life, is thinking about death. We people sitting here in Dolly are not thinking about death. मेरे को क्या होगा? अभी कल ही डायग्नोस्टिक रिपोर्ट आया. Everything is normal, Prabhu. I'm not going to die. Really? How long does it take for abnormal to become normal? One poor family, that what is it? Parinita Jain. I read. I came in some news. 23-year-old girl. She went and did some dance on a stage of her cousin's marriage. 1.5 minutes, she just collapsed and died on the spot. 23-year-old girl. You can browse Parinita Jain. News mein bhi hai. Entire family seeing she's doing some dance for her cousin on the stage, died. When will I die? What is the time, bro? Huh? 9:45. 9:46 will I be alive? Can anybody guarantee? Lift your hand. 9:46. कोई तो बोलो यार. हाँ, थैंक यू ब्रो. सब मेरे को मरना देखना चाहते हैं क्या? That is the truth. अभी प्रसाद आने वाला है थोड़ी देर में. आज मालूम है क्या प्रसाद है? बोलो या ना बोलो? सस्पेंस रखना. नहीं रखो. आज इडली सांभर है, और वड़ा भी है, और थोड़ा टमाटर राइस भी है, और चटनी भी है, और उसके और आपके बीच में मैं हूं. मैं हूं ना. अब बोलो कब मरूं? अभी मरो प्रभु, जल्दी खत्म करो बीच में. But death is like that. Death can come anytime, right? Are we thinking about it? No, we are not preparing for it. We are not even preparing for it. We know death is. Next session is all about death only. So I'll talk about death in detail. What happens, the time of death, what happens after death, where all our soul goes, what happens to the next body, all those things, little bit. A subset of Garuda Puran we'll discuss next week. Today we are discussing about who am I, about the soul, science of soul. Now there is a conversation between Yaksha and Yudhishthir Maharaj and Mahabharata. You know that whole Yaksha Prashna. One of the things the Yaksha asks is, what is the most heaviest thing? He says debt, home loan, most heaviest thing to carry. What is the most amazing thing? He asks. What is the most amazing thing? Right? He asks. And the answer is, ahani bhutani gacchanti hi amalyam shesha sarvatram icchanti kim ascharyamat param. That is the answer he gives. What is the meaning of that? Hundreds of people are dying. Everyone is dying. Remaining ones think that they are permanent and will not die. No one is preparing for such death, which is obvious. What an amazing thing. Yudhishthir Maharaj answer. हम लोग की वही situation में है ना? You're not thinking. Are you preparing for to die? No problem. I'm preparing for next interview. I'm preparing for getting married. I'm preparing for having children. I'm preparing for getting admission for my children. I'm preparing for him to get married, my children to get married. I'm preparing for my children to have children. I'm preparing for my children to get admission. Then I'm preparing to die and then again take birth as a child. And again I'm preparing to learn Pythagoras theorem. ये जिंदगी चल रहा है. Nobody is preparing for death. Is it certain, Prabhu? Prabhu, what is there to prepare for death? Prabhu, मरना तो सभी को है. मुकद्दर का सिकंदर, हंसता हुआ जो जाएगा, वो गाना. इसको बोलते हैं पागलपन. Nobody wants to die. How many here want to die? हाथ उठा. You want to die? Huh? Sometimes you feel like dying, right? Okay, after Prashad. तो प्रसाद खा के मरेंगे. अभी बोले इडली है सांभर है. Nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to die. We discussed about it. Nobody wants to die. You don't think about death only. but you have to die. Right? But the amazing part is nobody is preparing for it. Nobody is preparing for it. Now I'm going to send you some slides. Now a little bit thoda science laate hain iske andar. How do you prove that soul exists? Now till now what did I tell? How do you prove that spiritual world exists? बोला ना 3 पॉइंट याद रखोगे? हाँ पता नहीं कितना याद रखोगे लेकिन ट्राई करो. ठीक है? Now I am going to send you a slide on how do you prove that soul exists. क्या ब्रो? ऐसे प्रूव करेंगे? बोर नहीं आ रहा ना किसी को? ठीक है. हाँ. ये लो. अभी 4-5 स्लाइड भेजूंगा मैं. I'll go one by one. क्या कोई माता जी प्रेग्नेंट है? नहीं है ना? ठीक है. If there is one slide I don't want to send you are pregnant. It's a little disturbing. Okay. Now I have sent you some slides. How do you prove proof for existence of soul? ये टाइटल है स्लाइड का. ओपन करो. Proof for existence of soul. ठीक है? You all got it? Hari bol. Common sense. First way to understand soul exists is common sense. क्या common sense? Somebody died. You go there. What do you normally see people crying? क्या बोल के रोते हैं लोग? अरे यार ये पॉइंट रहा यो पॉइंट योड़ पॉइंट कौन गया? वही तो है. अरे नो अरे वही तो है. Is there a common sense problem here? Yes. है कि नहीं? See, one of my aunt, she lived with her husband for 50 years. 50 years of marriage. Every day she was sleeping beside him. Every day on the same bed. Right? He died. He died in the evening. You don't do all the kriya karam in the evening. Morning only you do. तो पूरा रात लाश को घर पे रखना है. Right? They made the uncle sleep. And somebody has to be there near the dead body. It's compulsory. People should not sleep in the house. Somebody should be awake. So they had told, this is the last time that you're spending with your husband. Why don't you sleep beside him or just be near? नहीं, तुम रहो. क्या हुआ? अरे, you were sleeping beside him 50 years. One more night. What is the problem? What is the problem? You're able to relate? Common sense देखो मैं. वही आदमी है ना? He was the same person. उसको छू के भी देखो ऐसे. नाक को घुमा के देखो ऐसे. Same person ना? Why can't you sleep beside him? लाश के बाजू में कोई सो सकता है क्या? है कोई वीर महावीर यहाँ पे? डर लगता है. क्यों डर लगता है? Because that is not him. That is not her. The person whom I knew has already left. The person whom I knew already. Common sense. What you cry? अरे point. इकडे वाला? No point. गया. He's gone. What is gone when the person is there? Soul is gone. Common sense. You all agree on this? One by two. Second is intuitive understanding. Prabhuji, Vamsi Prabhu, lift your hand. What is that? What is that, Prabhu? Knee. Whose knee? Your knee. Whose hand? My hand, right? Mataji, yeah. What is this? Yeah, you can tell. What is this? My head. Right? Very simple answer you are giving. You already are spiritually knowledgeable. My hand, my leg, my stomach. Do you go to a doctor? What is the problem? My head has ache. My knee has ache. My hand, my head, who is my here? Who is my here? You already know that you are not this body. My body has problem. That's what you tell, right? You don't go and tell, I have a problem. You tell my body has a problem. My body is aching today. So who is that mind? Common sense. Again, common sense with intuitive understanding. You already know that you are not that. You are identifying that with you. Again, my hand. Give me your hand. So who are you? Who are you? My hand and your hand. So who are you and who am I? Are you understanding? Simple thing. इसके ऊपर ज़्यादा discussion की ज़रूरत नहीं है ना? You're all okay?
Yes.
Intuitive understanding to understand. You are not this body. Third one, consciousness. You are conscious. There is a force, there is an energy called consciousness, which is there. Is this mic conscious?
No.
No. Am I conscious? Yes. Because mic doesn't know it exists, but I know that I exist. Can I see consciousness? If I can't see, I don't believe, right? So how do you know? Can you show your mind? Does it mean you don't have mind? Can you show your intelligence? Does it mean you don't have intelligence? No, I can do some things to show that I have intelligence. But as it is, you can't. So consciousness cannot be seen. It can be experienced. Right? There is some consciousness within us. There is some energy within us. There is an aura around us. Have you heard of the word aura? A-U-R-A. What is it? It's a consciousness. It's a layer of consciousness which can be felt. Which can be felt. Aura. If you are sleeping in a room, if somebody whom you like enters that room, you will sleep. You'll continue to sleep. But somebody you don't like enters that room, even though you're in deep sleep, you'll get disturbed. Something will disturb you. There is an aura, there is an energy around you which refuses to accept things. Can you see that? Can you feel your aura?
Other person's aura.
Other person's aura you can feel. Sometimes some people enter the room, you're like your boss. Immediately get disturbed. Right? Really, when you feel that. How many of you want to touch your aura? Should I make you touch your aura? Really? Okay, so try it. See, I'm going to tell you a small exercise. Okay? You will actually touch the energy around you. Now, can you touch? Can you touch like this? Just touch. Can you touch anything around you? Huh? You can't touch, right? You don't feel anything. डराने ना हो, दिखाऊंगा मैं. ठीक है? Now I'll tell you two exercises. You can sit and do. And after that, you have to bring your hands in such a way. Now try to do like this. Try to do like this and start bringing your hands closer. Right? आराम से, ऐसे आराम से, lightly, एकदम. जैसे हाथ के बीच में cotton है. Try to bring it closer to you. There's nothing you're feeling, right? Okay. Now, two exercises. Don't do immediately. First I'll tell you. ऐसे जोर से हाथ मारने का, जोर से 20 बार मारो, जोर से, ठाक ठाक. अभी मत करो, 1 मिनट. वो तो बोल रहा था, right? And then keep your hands straight and do it inwards like this, inwards. And बाहर नहीं, inwards. Right? What you are doing, you're disturbing the aura force around you by doing this two things. Okay? Now you do this 20 times, and then you do this around 20 times, and then bring your hands close by. Slowly try to bring them close to each other. You will feel a ball in between your hands. ठीक है? चलो करें? चलो करो. 1. जोर से करने का. हो गया? सॉफ्टवेयर वाले इससे ज्यादा मत करो. ठीक है, अभी रोको. अभी अंदर की तरफ घुमाओ. अंदर की तरफ आराम से, सीधा रख के अंदर की तरफ. राइट? यू डन? हो गया? ठीक है. अभी एकदम लाइट रखो हाथों को. Just keep it and start rotating it and try to go closer to. Can you feel a ball? something that is stopping you to come close. Could you feel it? How many could feel it? थोड़ा जल्दी कर रहे हो, बॉल के ऐसा ऐसा नहीं होता, आराम से एकदम ऐसे हल्के 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 हल्के, you will feel it. It's gone. What you have done? Where is that ball? है क्या? अभी देखो भी नहीं. Right? You disturb the aura force around you. There is an energy layer around us. किसने बनाया? कृष्ण भगवान ने बनाया. These are God's energies. ये योगी लोग यही करते हैं ना, पूरा मैं एनर्जी 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 बात करते हैं. हम लोग एनर्जी के पीछे नहीं, हम लोग एनर्जेटिक के पीछे. We are not behind the energy of God. We are behind God. भक्त बन रहे हैं हम लोग, योगी नहीं बन रहे. हम जानते हैं ऐसे योगी तो बहुत सारे. There are a lot of techniques. There are a lot of techniques. If you want to alleviate yourself in the air, that also you can do. That also you can do. There are many things. You can make you lighter than the lighter, no, heavier than the heaviest. A lot of things people can do. There are people who died for some time. They came back on their own terms, medically, clinically dead, and they came back. So these are all yogic powers. Ashta Siddhi Navanidike Dhata. Aswardhir Janaki Mata. Hey Janaki Mata, you gave me all this. They are a diversion for me. Hanuman ji's story. मेरे को राम भक्त बनना है, मेरे को योगी नहीं बनना है. Okay? So this is called consciousness. There is a layer of consciousness through which you see the world. Gary Kasparov was an old chess player. Or who is the greatest champion? Huh? What is his name? Gukesh. Gukesh. We are recently young guy. Now Gukesh plays chess with a supercomputer. Just imagine. And Gukesh wins that match. Will Gukesh celebrate? He'll celebrate. Will the supercomputer die? So will the supercomputer cry? I lost it. Will the supercomputer cry? Huh? No. Or supercomputer won and Gukesh lost. Gukesh will cry? Yes. Supercomputer will laugh? No. Why? What is the difference? Gukesh is conscious. Supercomputer is not conscious. This is how we can understand where soul exists. Wherever there is soul, there has to be consciousness. It's an energy of consciousness. Yes, Madhu.
Plants will have every atom में परमात्मा रहते हैं. So they will have like consciousness, like us.
Yes, plants have consciousness.
But some like objects will not have consciousness.
Matter doesn't have consciousness. Matter like plastic, like stone, like cement. Right? We'll discuss about what is matter, what is spirit a little later. Okay? But understand that there is consciousness. Wherever there is soul, there is consciousness. You are walking on the road. There is somebody you know who's coming from the opposite side, but you don't want to talk to him. You just want to walk. You want to ignore. As he's coming closer, you'll feel an energy coming towards you. And you will be forced. Good morning. And he'll go. Forceful good morning. What is that energy? Consciousness. You can't ignore a person's presence in a room. You can't ignore. There is an energy that it goes with it. That is called consciousness. Okay? So common sense, intuitive understanding, consciousness. What is the third way you can prove? Near-death experiences. This slide is there. What is consciousness? Near-death experiences. How many of you know that there are people who left their body and they came back? And this is all documented proof. ऐसा नहीं है कोई religious बात कर रहे हैं. See this case of the last one, Dr. Lloyd versus W. Rudy Shocked. Now there is this lady and this Dr. Rudy is doing her operation. It was a very critical operation. It's there in YouTube also. We can browse this. He was doing the operation. It was a very complicated, long operation. And there was a nurse who was assisting the doctor. They are trying to save her. She died. In the operation theater, she died. It was a long operation. And then the doctor was so tired. He told, we tried our best. They tried to bring her back, but it didn't happen. Then they left the operation theater. So the dead body is in the operation theater. Doctor came down. He went down to the another floor in the building. Along with the nurse, they were washing hands, changing their clothes. And at that time, the doctors, just to lighten up the atmosphere, he started asking her, "So, you're coming for golf tomorrow?" I'm planning to go for golf. Let's take a break. Your husband also will come. He'll not. He never liked golf. You are only player. No, you will only play golf. Like that, they are discussing. They started laughing to lighten up. They were generally doctors. They see death many times. Then they got a call that she has come back to consciousness after half an hour or so, something like that. Clinically dead. The doctor doesn't leave unless critically everything is dead. Heart stopped, brain stopped, BP gone, pulse gone, everything gone. You know, how do you see whether a person is dead? You check the pulse, and second thing is tongue will become cold. ऐसे हाथ रखो एकदम cold, it will be cold. Means gone. Khatam. These are some of the ways. She came back to consciousness. He was like, what? How is it possible? That too after half an hour. They ran back to the operation theatre. Again, the bar is going up and down, and she's back to consciousness. This is a real incident. Okay. Then now here comes the amazing part. When she came back to consciousness, became a little better. The doctor came to meet her. She shouted at the doctor, "How dare you do this with me? You could not save my body, but you're going and cracking jokes with that nurse? That you'll play golf on my deathbed? This is what you have care for your parents, for your patients?" The doctor got confused. How do you know? How do you know? I spoke that in a different floor. Not even on the same floor. How do you know? Soul. Soul travels. Soul can travel. मैं नहीं कर रहा हूं, proof है यहाँ पे. Soul can decide. When there is it's not the time is not finished. Krishna's book, this time is not, but he went through a very cracky incident, right? Now here is many examples. One small child died, and the mother and the father were crying so much for the child. After a few hours, the child came back to life. So looking at so much affection of parents, so many prayers that went through, right? This is another case of Kerry, 25 minutes dead after an accident. He came back. Why all that? This last person, Ravi Chintala. Chota photo dikhai de raha hai. If you want, I'll call him here. He is my very good friend. He stays in Banjarats. His wife is a doctor. He is a software engineer. Ravi Chintala. वो आके खुद बताएगा. He was dead for half an hour. Dead for half an hour. His wife used to call him to come to Bhagavad Gita classes. They used to live in America, in Detroit. And he said, "No, I'm not interested in Bhagavad Gita," nothing like that. He used to drop his wife and go, but he'll never come to the class. Right? The sadhu who used to preach, he used to talk to him. At least learn, na, what is it? "No, I'm not interested. My wife is interested, sentimental, we can go." He went through this thing, he started chanting 16 rounds, finished the entire Bhagavad Gita after his near-death experience. Because what he saw in that state for half an hour, when his wife started crying, it's dead, clinically dead. What he saw, the forces that he saw, the experience that he went through, made him understand, I'm not this body. No, these are some special mercy given to some people. You don't expect that you'll also get that. Don't need to get that. Intelligent person can listen and understand. So near-death experience is a scientifically proven thing through which you can prove that you are not this body. Because if you are this body, you are dead. What came back? What is the thing that went out and came back? What is that thing called? That is called soul. Right? Past life memories. That is another slide. Past life memories. Now, this is also proven, Prabhujan Matajis. If you see below, there is a scientist called Ian Stevenson. And his student, she works in Bangalore. In university, there is a University of Virginia. 2,000 cases he has studied of reincarnation. He has written a book with picture proofs. There are people who have died In the past life, they have taken birth in some family and they're remembering their past life. It's proven. They're not Indians, huh? By the way. They're not Indians. They're foreigners also. Everybody. There are some, people who try to kill him also because it is against the Christian philosophy. One life, go to hell, go to heaven. Surrender. That is the Christian philosophy. Even other Abrahamic philosophy also like that only. This life, yeah, narak jai. But he is clearly proving that people are coming back. It's proved. People are come back. This lady here, this lady, she came back and she recognized her past life husband. वो husband सोच रहा होगा चली गई वापस आ गई. A small child she recognized among many people. She is my husband, and she told all the details about her husband. This boy is a great example. Deep Kapadia in Bombay. Can you believe? Same session was happening in 96 or 97. Like all of you, one Deep Kapadia is sitting like this, like that. Prabhuji Deep Kapadia is sitting there. I am telling about reincarnation. After the whole thing, he lifted a hand. Sir, I am also a case of reincarnation. I remember my past life. And it's a horrible thing to remember past life, Prabhu. Don't even ask about it. You don't know what your identity is. Who are your parents? They or he? And what you went through in past life, you don't want to remember that. Some people are given that experience. And by the way, until you are 5 years old, lot of children also remember their past life. Shastra is telling. Glimpses of their past life. They don't, it's completely not wiped out. Their past life, some memories are kept. And when you start growing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's faded away. It's faded away. Simple thing I'm asking you. 2 children born from the same, 2 twins, born from the same womb, from the same mother. One fellow is fearful of heights, another fellow is not fearful of heights. कैसे हो सकते हैं? He has to have some experience, like the past example. He would have fallen from some height and died. That is the reason he has a fear of height. How come some people have fear of height, some people don't have fear of height? How come some people have fear of water? Some people don't have fear of water. ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? सोचो एक बार. Give me a scientific example. You ask this to a Christian pastor, he doesn't have an answer. I'm telling you. Simple question you ask. How come we are all different? If we all are considered under the same sin, under the same, if we all have done the same original sin, how come he and me are different? No answer. You ask this to a mullah also, it doesn't have an answer. You ask this to any of these Abrahamic faiths, they don't have an answer. Only in Vedas there is an answer. That there is a cycle of birth and death. Krishna is telling, Dehinosminyathadehe, Kaumaram Yapanam Jara, Tata Dehantaras Praptir. You will get another Deha. Dhirastatranamuyati. Don't be bewildered, Arjuna. Like the way you are going from your childhood to youth to old age, you are also going to get another body. And this is there. It's there in our philosophy. Because we are not here to convert people and tell that, you come down, don't come this side, you go to hell. No. You go any side you want. But you want to come to God, this is the process. Somewhere, you give us, anybody has an answer? Why 2 children are different? Or why me and Harshal Prabhu are different? You don't have an answer. No science can explain this. No science can ever explain this unless they agree on the fact of reincarnation. And there are 2000 cases already documented, Baba. And even the birthmarks. This boy, he remembered his past life. He was born with a, mark here. He was shot dead in his past life. In a fight. He remembered his past life. He went to that house. He understood how did he die. And the mark was so painful that the mark continued on this body. Sometimes when you go through some very painful thing at the time of death, you get those birthmarks. Birthmarks का भी है मतलब. मैं ढूंढना मत चलो मेरा वो प्रभु जी क्या हुआ उतना मत जा लेकिन है something that you went through in past life. It doesn't leave you. You go through some birthmarks. You know, some people have weird marks on their body. My son has a mark here. It's not an ordinary mark. क्या है? There must be some misery he went through. Maybe he went through pancreatic operation or something, or some pain here, or died with that. You know, that remained in his consciousness. Consciousness carries that body after body. There are two bodies we have: subtle body, gross body. Gross body is made of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, ether, air. These are 5 elements. This is your gross body. Stula Sharira. Sukshma Sharira. Subtle body. Mind, body, and intelligence. Sorry, mind, intelligence, and ego. These are your subtle body. Your mind carries the impressions. Your intelligence. How come some child is very intelligent as compared to another child? In past life, he was very intelligent. He carried that extra intelligence into his next consciousness also. So your subtle body goes along with your soul. Soul, when it goes to another body, it carries your subtle body. Subtle body carries your desires, through your mind, your intelligence, your intellectual skills, and your identity that you carry. Your ego, whether it's true ego or false ego. True ego means you believe that you are the soul. False ego means you believe that you are the body. So it is carrying it to the next one. And that is the reason some people are more intelligent as compared to others. Some people have great intellectual ability. Right from their childhood, they have that. Small children, without a calculator, they are calculating and telling, क्या था वो past life में? कुछ तो होगा. How come my son is still struggling for 2 plus 2? And that fellow is saying 222 into 2.26 is equal to this. अरे कैसे बोल दिया? Because it's a intelligence that you are taking body after body. Sorry, no? These past life memories. You can go to internet and search for Ian Stevenson. He's a Canadian-born US psychiatrist in the University of Virginia. See his papers. You can actually buy his books. Proofs के साथ है उसके अंदर. और कितना proof चाहिए रे बाबा? Right? Did I speak any sentimental thing here? Everything I'm talking with proof. है कि नहीं? Hypnotic regression. People do this very dangerous exercise. Now it is banned, where they try to pull you back in the time by putting you through hypnosis. And they take you to a point where you will be a small child, and then they'll ask, what were you before this? And you'll actually pull you into the past life. Right? And there is, of course, reincarnation memories is also there. And there is something called astral body travel. Astral body travel. ये भी slide मैंने भेजा है. मिला है? Right? Yeah. Astral body travel. Lot of Buddhists and Tibetans used to do this. Sitting at a place, they'll meditate, and their body will travel, their subtle body, soul will travel and come back. It will go and see some things and come back. It is possible. Right? Yeah. Shankaracharya in our past, has a classic story where he changed his body. He could go from one body to another body. People can do that. These are all not normally done. You cannot see such people these days. Right? But people have a capability of doing that. How many of you were sleeping and suddenly you felt you fell down? ये क्या हो रहा था? You don't have an answer, right? Suddenly, I think, because your consciousness traveled outside your body. Your soul actually traveled. No, you probably मर जाना चाहिए, मरना अलग है. You travel, but some sudden, change in your body made you wake up, and soul had to come back. With that much force, it came back. Not like distantly it is coming back. Just the mere fact of bringing back, into your body the soul makes you feel that you've fallen down. Just you fallen. As if you talk, वही बैठे पे हो, but you feel as if you've fallen from a floor. Right? These are not explained by any science. But this is nothing but astral body travel. Your body, your subtle body started traveling somewhere. And it suddenly brought it back without a, thought. Now this is the slide I wanted to show to people. I mean, Mataji, if somebody is not pregnant, even if you're pregnant, but hold yourself. But point is, this is a live example of people from hellish planets. Yamadut. बोलते हैं ना यमदूत? Now please hear me before you see that picture. There is a Mataji. Her daughter's name Lakshmi Mataji and her daughter's name is Snigdha. They used to stay in Nanakram Guda. Right? Before that, they used to stay in another place. But when I met them, when I came back from America, they used to stay in Nanakram Guda. Her husband used to work in BHEL. Names apart. He had drinking problem, spending problem, but he would never give money to his wife and his daughter. He would only maintain that money and he would barely give. I mean, they don't give much to the family. All the time drinking, all the time eating, all the time their own self-centered person, in simple words. He got a sudden attack of disease, whatever disease it is. Doctors told he will not survive for too long. Right? They were in Apollo Hospital. Joined him in Apollo near, what is that place? तिरुमलगिरी से पहले आता है वो, वहां पे एक अपोलो था पहले, कारखाना. That's where they joined. I remember them telling. Now that person did not tell his wife where he has kept any money also. Where are the property documents also he did not tell. Now he has gone into a condition where even if he wants to tell, it's difficult to tell. Barely can only see, can't speak. I don't know what this is, I forgot. Now he was literally in the room in the hospital and suddenly started shouting, saying, close the door, close the door, close the door, close. And my wife is like, why is he shouting like that? Daughter Snigdha, she's married now, 10 years now she's married, but then she was only like 8 years, 9 years old girl. Papa, what is going on? Close the door, close the door. They're coming. I don't want to see them. Close the door. Who? They can't see anybody. They can't see anybody. Right? Same thing continued. Next day I was literally sweating. Take him away. Take him away. Who is there to take away? Take him away. And then his daughter, even though she's so small, she understood he's not able to explain. Very advanced stage of whatever disease. She gave a paper and a pen. Nana, can you draw what you are seeing? And this is what he drew. This is a picture he drew. Maybe it's not accurate, but somebody like this he drew. With one eye, half nose, big tongue, hair on the tongue, all hair everywhere, fiery person. And he was scared looking at her, looking at him. And after some time, he went into more pain and in coma and he died. Now, this is a proof that he was seeing somebody. And a lot of our ancestors, I don't know how many of you spoke or have seen people dying. They suddenly start seeing people who are not there. Especially the people who already passed away. Like my father's elder brother, when he was passing away. My aunt already died 5 years ago. Not 5 years ago, 6 months ago. Very attached, both of them. He started seeing his wife. He started calling, hey, ikkada raaku, lopatundu. Like, who are you talking to? Your aunt. But aunt already died. No, she's here. He was going through that, people think it's madness. It's not madness. Sometimes people see horrible things before they die. Why is this happening? Why is this people from hellish planets coming? At least to give them a last chance. At least now start thinking about God. You got this human body. You've wasted this human body trying to buy properties, trying to give it to your grandchildren, trying to get a good job, a good visiting card, a good car. Fool, you have spent the whole life like an animal. At least now, before the time of death, start questioning why did you take birth. Chant the names of God. With that fear, at least you start chanting. That is the reason in olden days, they would never leave anybody in any hospital. When the person is going to die, usko ghar lekar aayenge. There is no question of dying with a coma or giving a never. Because the last chance is given. The soul has to get a last chance. What he has to experience naturally, let him experience. Let him change his consciousness, at least at the time of death. कोई भक्ति से भगवान को देखता है, कोई डर से तो देखता है. Krishna says, the one who rejects me sees me as death. Never desire to die in a hospital. घर आ जाओ. What you have to see, see. Take that opportunity. Bring that person back. My father, he passed away a few months ago. 3 years he was on bed. He was very clear. He read entire Bhagavad, he read entire Bhagavad Gita. I said, no, I'm not going to die in a hospital. And a time came when he told, no, admit him. I said, no. Now he's done, he will live. He left while we were chanting God's names in our hands. Because that is much better. Right? Hellish planets exist. People do come. And they do come and give. Sometimes some devotees see. One devotee in Delhi, he actually saw, he was going through an hospital and suddenly he saw one horribly looking tall person is standing beside one person on a bed, and he is putting stool into his mouth. Stool. Filthy thing is putting into his mouth. He's like, who is this person? Nobody could see. He could see. What do you say? He just prayed and left. Some people are given that vision to see. But many people at the time of death see. Especially people who commit sins throughout their life. They only thought about their happiness and their enjoyment in this world. They will see this hellish people. They will. I'm not scaring you. But there is proof in front of you. If you want to meet that Mataji, I'll request, but she's not meeting anyone. Right? This picture comes from there. Yes, Flori.
So, my father passed away last year. The day before, doctor said organs were failing. All the kidneys and the alcohol. So we know this on Thursday afternoon, 11, 12 o'clock. Then when we asked doctor said around 4 hours time. He was on all the equipment, so we didn't have an option to take it actually.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm telling this because they said we should take it home, but we did the other way. When we discussed with the doctor said we should have all this equipment, we should have a power backup, we should have oxygen and oxygen, etc. Because otherwise.
Yeah. I mean, they told he needs it. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But we planned to take him at 4 a.m. because that was the Brahma Muhurta to take him. But we were running the Hare Krishna mantra to earpods.
Yeah.
We were ran the whole night.
Yeah.
So, and
What is your question, brother?
I'm just trying to
Sharing that how he.
Yeah. So
I think
maybe you said like we should take it home, but
Yeah.
we didn't have an option.
That's okay. Prabhu, you were chanting. He could hear God's names, right? He was fortunate. At least he got that much sukruti for whatever he has done in life. That much. It's not about taking home. It's about taking to a place where his death is not unnatural. Right? Let it be natural. Everybody has to die one day. It's painful to see our loved ones die. Right? We have to see that. Very unfortunate thing, but we have to see. But let it be natural. Let it be in a place where he's not scared. Let it be in front of a lot of people when they die in the olden days. Whole family used to come there. And many used to ask, do you want to eat anything? Any last desire kuch hai kya? Koi ichha hai kya? Right? Why? Because they don't want him to come back. Everything was in a part of our culture. Before you die, you tintava, nikku ishtam nada. Jalebi tintava. Yes. Little jalebi they'll keep in the mouth. Experience that. Because whatever koi bhi ichha hai, pura khatam karo, niklo yahan se. Of course, going back to God may not be understood by many, but the aspect of dying with desires, people is to satisfy, but there are unlimited desires. But we have to do our best. See, whatever I'm telling, understand the principle behind it. Lot of devotees, they write in their will, don't put me in a hospital in my last days. Don't put me on ventilator. Let me come. Lot of people write that. Right? It's up to us, Technicalities can be different, but the point is very simple. I want to die when the death comes. I don't want to push myself, artificially pull myself, and then, of course, you'll anyway die at the time of death only. But you want to go through it naturally. I'm sorry to hear that story. I also recently went through it. It's very, very. So one more thing, level of awakening. This is a Shastric example. So what are the things we discussed so far? Little recap. Common sense, existence of soul? Common sense, intuitive understanding, consciousness,
Near body experience.
near death experiences, past life memories, hypnotic regression, astral body travel. Now all these things are science proved. Huh? I'm not just telling like that. Now let's see a scriptural answer. In 7th canto of Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj casually is telling levels of awakening of a body. Now, little technicality is there. I'll just read. Intelligence can be perceived in 3 states of activity: wakefulness, dreaming, and deep sleep. The person who perceives these 3 is considered to be the original master, the ruler, the supreme personality of Godhead. You are intelligent in 3 different levels. 3 different levels of consciousness. One when you are wakeful, second when you are dreaming. Now, let me explain this. You are all awake now. Your intelligence is functioning now. Yeah? It's functioning. You will not do some things. You're intelligently thinking, I should not do this, disrespectful, disrespectful. All that you're following, na? Are you all with me? Hare Krishna?
Yes.
थोड़ा इस पे ध्यान दो क्योंकि थोड़ा टेक्निकल है. So when you are awake, your intelligence is properly functioning. What about when you are sleeping? Is your intelligence functioning? It does. Depends on your consciousness. Again, kosha. Annamaya kosha, pranamaya kosha, jnana. In which kosha you are? If you are in jnana, vijnanamaya kosha, even during your sleep, your intelligence will function. How? In your sleep also, you will never say bad about your parents. You will not say. In your sleep also, if you are from good cultured family, you will not tell bad words. In a dream also. Sometimes in the dream, you encounter something and like, chi, how can I do this? In the dream you are thinking. That means your intelligence is working in your dream also. How many understood what I told? Huh? You understood, no? Please, that's technical, lekin samajh lo. When you are awake, you will anyway apply your intelligence. Some people even awake also, they don't apply intelligence. Usko bolte hain pagal bolke. Lekin some people when they are sleeping also they can apply their intelligence. Depends on your level of consciousness. Now, I'm going to ask you something. Say for example, you played some sports, cricket khela, 50 over match. Software wale mar jayenge. Kitna over? 10 over. 10 over bas hai. Senior software engineers. Architects only 1 over. Mar jayega. So you played a 10 over match in the sun. Bolne se itna. And then you came back home. You're totally tired. Your body is tired. Worn apart. You sleep. What kind of sleep you get? Snoring sleep. Right? Normally when you sleep, you have normal sleep. But when you're totally tired, you get a snoring sleep. Right? When you get that snoring sleep, is your intelligence awake? You're not awake, so intelligence is not working. And when your mind is also not working. How many people slept like a slumber without a dream also? Anytime in life? No dream. You just slept. इतना थक गए, ऐसे सो गए कि 7 घंटे बाद उठे. You will feel fresh, but you don't know anything that happened. ऐसा कभी हुआ किसी का? Huh? Not like a coma state, but you are literally so tired. Especially you are sitting in a train, you never got a seat, and then you went home. Finally, you have to sleep now. You slept, right? No dream, nothing. Now my question is, who woke you up? Your intelligence. You are not awake. You didn't have a dream. That means your mind also was shut off. Your intelligence is not there. Your mind is not there. You are not awake. Then who woke you up after 7 hours or 8 hours? And who told you after waking up, I think I had a good sleep? Just think about it. Prahlad Maharaj is saying that. Soul. Soul woke you up. And soul was there even when your mind was shut off. Even when your intelligence is shut off, even when your mind is shut off, your soul was still awake. It was experiencing the relaxation of the body. And when the relaxation was enough, chalo utho. It woke you up. Who wakes you up every morning? Soul. How many times you kept an alarm that tomorrow morning flight is at 4 o'clock, I have to get up at 2 o'clock. Exactly at 2 o'clock, 2 seconds before the alarm, you got up. हुआ कभी? कौन है वो उठाने वाला? Soul, Atma. It is full memory. आत्मा बोलते पास क्यों जो कर but just understand, soul is there. Soul is there. You're not putting focus on it. It is there beyond your understanding. वो है, वो ही आपको जगा रहा है. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, the person who is awake and is applying his intelligence when he is awake is great. And a person when he is sleeping and still in that sleep also he is applying his intelligence, is maha great. But a person who is in slumber is completely mind, there is no mind, there is no intelligence, but still is awake, is God. Or has got power of God. What is the difference between us and Krishna? Lord Narayan is sleeping, but he is not sleeping. He is completely awake. He is completely awake. Even though he is sleeping, he is awake. But we can't be like that. But a spiritually awakened person can become awake. In Bhagavad Gita, there is a shloka. I forgot the shloka name. My memory is going away. Yeah, it's a very famous shloka. Yeah, 269. Yanisya sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati samyami yasyam jagrati bhutani na sa nisha pashyato mune. What is the meaning of this? Please repeat after me. What is night? What is night? For all beings is the time of awakening for the self-control. And the time of awakening for all beings is the night for the introspective stage. For materialistic people, what they call as day, for a spiritual person it is night. And what is day for a spiritual person is night for a materialistic person. Because the koshas itself are different. सब अरे प्रभु जी चलो ना पुष्पा 2 अच्छा है मूवी जाओ. ऐसा नहीं उसको इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, उसका इंटरेस्ट और बड़ा है. पुष्पा 2 will not satisfy a spiritual person. Look at it the other way around. He'll sit in Pushpa 2, he'll look at stupid, people, they don't know the purpose of life. ऐसे कूद रहे, रंग लगा के घूम रहे. What kind of madness is this? Now, it's not like he doesn't like variety. He will go home, he'll decorate Radha Krishna in beautiful colors and say, this is beauty. So, it's a different level of consciousness. You can't judge people. Sometimes some children are not interested in sports because they know life is not for playing like a donkey or monkey. I've already done that in past life. What I have to do now in Olympics? नहीं करना मेरे को. My life is very precious. I want to use it for the right purpose. I'm not against people in Olympics, but that should be treated like a sport, not like life. Life is more precious than any sport you play or any hobby you carry. Right? So level of awakening. So here, level of awakening. Prabhuji, if you want to hear this lecture again, you can hear. Tolerate me once again. But it's very important you understand, because when people challenge you, does soul exist? Bhai, mere paas bhi damak hai. I can tell you very good answers if you are ready to hear. Right? Now, intelligent people conclude there is existence of life beyond this material body. Simple. A spiritual person, after seeing all these things, by the mercy of Krishna, he understands there is life beyond this body. ये body नहीं हूँ मैं, इसके ऊपर. When old people, they sit together, old friends, when old friends come together, they suddenly remember, अरे स्कूल में तेरे को मैंने धक्का दिया था ना, तूने, अरे वो सर के सामने तू ही बोला ना, तू ही बोला जाके मैडम को. When they are doing this, do they remember that they are old? Rojis? Because they are not old, their body is old. That is the problem. You understanding? We are always young, but we are identifying with the old body, so you are forcing yourself to be old. But in consciousness, we are always happy. That's why spiritual people are always happy, because they understood, अरे ये body क्या change तो चलता रहेगा. But I am part of God. Why should I be feeling miserable? Of course, bodily changes make them upset, but then that does not dominate their feelings. The beginning, this is beginning of spirituality. Materialistic person thinks that there is matter, that's all. So enjoy. The only thing there is this body. They want to look young. Forcefully, they want to look young. Have you seen people putting makeup beyond tolerance? Anybody puts it here? मतलब इतना मेकअप डालते हैं यमराज भी कंफ्यूजन है. अरे उसको उठा के लेकर आ, वो दिखी ही नहीं. अरे कैसे नहीं दिखी, घर पे ही तो थी. यमदूत is telling इतना मेकअप पहन रही है, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ कौन है. इतना मेकअप किस चीज के लिए? Should I show you a beautiful person? Look at him, how beautiful he is. Srila Prabhupada. You can see a beautiful person. You can see the picture of your mother. Open the picture and see how beautiful she is. Will you compare her with Sonali Bendre? Huh? Will you compare her with whatever other hero? No! Beauty is not about the way you look. Beauty is about how you care. Right? Devotees are most beautiful people. I am surrounded by devotees all the time. I love devotees. Why? Because they really care for me. Care करते हैं हमारे लिए. Care मतलब क्या? What is the meaning of care? They remind me of Krishna. That is care. A devotee always reminds you of Krishna. And any person in life who reminds you of God, who reminds you of Krishna, is your true friend. Everybody else is trying to exploit you only in some other way. I'm sorry to tell this truth. You will realize that in a matter of time. Everybody else is only trying to exploit you for something you have which they want. Only person who doesn't exploit you is a devotee who is only reminding you of Krishna. Every Saturday morning, we are being reminded of Krishna. We are being reminded what is important in life. लोन्स आएंगे, बैंकरप्सी होगा, डिसीजेस आएंगे, अस्पताल में जाएंगे, ये सब चलेगा, ये होने वाला है, मेरे साथ भी होने वाला है. लेकिन if I remember Krishna, all these things will become immaterial. Arey, my father is the most beautiful, the most wealthy, the most handsome, the most strongest, the most knowledgeable. Why should I be worried? My father is God. I've recognized with him, and I'm preparing to go back to him. Right? You should have that. But that will come when you chant his names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Why do we lift our heads saying, I'm helpless? Utare mere ko, main atka pada hu yahan pe. I'm so much ego is there. My hands are also not going up. Come on. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Please save me. Please pull me out of this ignorance. Om Ajnanati Mirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Who is a guru? Guru is a person. Last week we discussed on length about guru. He's a devotee. Comes in parampara. But most important thing, he pulls me out of ignorance that I am this body. He pulls me out of ignorance that I am this body. Now, in spite of all this knowledge, why don't I realize that I am the soul? Because of your koshas. If you are all the time thinking, अभी इसके बाद क्या खाने को मिलेगा, रात में क्या खाने को मिलेगा, कल क्या खाने को मिलेगा, कहाँ रहने को मिलेगा, मेरा घर उसके घर से छोटा है, वो विला में रहता है, मैं किस जिला में रहता है. This nonsense you are thinking. How will you understand spirituality? भोगैश्वर्य प्रशक्तानां तया आपतिचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि समाधौ न विधीयते. कृष्ण is telling in भगवद गीता, जिस किसी का भी दृष्टि भोग और ऐश्वर्य की तरफ है, खाना और एंजॉयमेंट की तरफ, जिस किसी का भी दृष्टि, उसको व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि आएगा ही नहीं. समाधौ न विधीयते. He is not telling थोड़ा विधीयते, न विधीयते. You will not get spiritual knowledge. You will not raise yourself above your koshas if you are all the time attached to wealth and beauty, external beauty. Right? How much can you save your beauty? कितना क्रीम मारोगे सर, कितना डाई लगाओगे, कितना ही करोगे? Of course, you should look good. Looking good is okay, but is that what you are? No, that's not what you are. So here, Krishna explains in 13th chapter, first shloka. Arjuna asks a question: what is kshetra, kshetrajna? We'll discuss this in 13th. Huh? Some of you attended already 13th chapter, heavy chapter of knowledge. Krishna says there are 24 elements with which this body is made. Prabhuji, I thought there are only 5 elements. No, 24 elements. What are they? They are in this page. I'll forward it to you. Let me forward the whole thing again. Later on, you can. How many of you are going through the slides after going back home? There is a reason I'm sending it. You already got it? This slide I already sent. Oh, great. I'll send the remaining also then. हो जाएगा खत्म. Level of awakening हो गया, ये हो गया, yeah, body हो गया, why we are not dying हो गया. Yeah, actually I do this with a presentation beside me, but because this venue it's difficult to manage the presentation. I'm just sending you this. Okay. हो गया, ठीक है. I've sent almost all of them. Please go through these slides. These slides are not copyright. You have a right to copy. Chaitanya Prabhu says, no, my Siksha Guru. This spiritual knowledge doesn't have any copyright. You have right to copy. Use it, spread it, explain it. Right? We can save people's lives. So here, there are 5 elements: earth, water, ether, fire, and air. Subtle elements, subtle body, sthula sharira, false ego, intelligence, and mind. Then modes of material nature. There are 3 modes also inside your body. What are those modes? Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun. Goodness, passion, ignorance. What else? Knowledge acquiring senses. What are the knowledge acquiring senses you have? Eyes you acquire knowledge. Ears you acquire knowledge. Tongue, nose, skin. Working senses. What are the working senses? Your voice, your legs, your hands, your anus and genitals. They are working senses. In sense objects, what are the senses attracted to? 5 senses are what? Your nose, your tongue, your skin, your eyes, right? And your ears. What are the objects that attract them? Eyes are attracted by form, some form. Ears are attracted by sound. Nose is attracted by smell. Tongue is attracted by taste. Skin is attracted by touch. They are sense objects. Senses and sense objects. These together, Krishna is telling us 24 elements which your body is made. And the interactions of these 24 elements is our life. When I'm in mode of goodness, I'm attracted to that sense object through this sense. Right? But if I'm in mode of ignorance, I'm attracted to that sense object through this sense and I'll do nonsense. Right? So this is what happens. Everything is related. Hare Krishna. Yeah, so Kshetra Kshatragya. We'll discuss about this when we go to 13th chapter. So we talked about Kosha, supreme knower and subordinate knower. We already talked about it, so that's okay. We can go forward. Yeah, so some knowledge of the soul. So what are the features of soul? Never dies. Right? Nainam chandante shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayanti apo, na shoshayati marutaha. What is the meaning of this? The soul can never be cut into pieces. Congratulations, nobody can cut into pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind. अच्छा लग रहा है नहीं लग रहा है? अरे आप लोग के बारे में बोल रहा हूँ मैं, हम मेरे बारे में बोल रहा हूँ मैं. Right? You cannot be destroyed. Congratulations. Nobody in the world can. Can nuclear bomb kill us? Nuclear bomb. कुछ नहीं कर. Because you are soul. You are part of God. Part of God cannot be destroyed. What else Krishna is telling? Second chapter. Natvam. This we already read. ये भगवद गीता सेकंड 22nd श्लोक है. ये हमेशा अंतिम प्रयाण गाड़ी के साथ आता है. वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरो पराणि तथा शरीरानि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि सम्यानि नवानि देहि. What is the meaning of this? ये थोड़ा इनऑर्बिट मॉल का है. क्या है ये? As a person puts on new garments, gives up the old ones, the soul similarly accepts new bodies, giving up the old ones, useless ones. No, you know. What is this body? Will you give up this body? Of course, when it becomes old, you'll throw this and take a new one. But who is an intelligent person? More intelligent than that? मेरे को spiritual body चाहिए, मेरे material body नहीं चाहिए. What is the problem with material body?
keep on changing.
जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुख दोषानु दर्शन काय को बेकार में फिर से if you look at somebody, अरे इसका आम कितना सुंदर है, next time you'll take but with those eyes, अरे इसका मैं पिछले लाइफ में किसी को देख, अरे नहीं उल्टा बोलता हूँ, हर्षल प्रभु पिछले लाइफ में किसी को देखे इतना गोरा है, अभी गोरा पैदा हो गया, गोरा होने के लिए फिर से पैदा हुआ, अब मैं इनको देख रहा हूँ इतना गोरा है, नहीं चाहिए, गोरा नहीं बना मेरे को, ऐसे काला ही टिकू मैं। Sir, what is going on? Control your bodily desires because you will get that body. I'm sorry. अमिताभ बच्चन कितना लंबा है, तू भी खंबा बनेगा नेक्स्ट लाइफ में। That's what will happen. Every desire is being checked, प्रभुजी। पार्किंग लॉट में गए कार निकालने को, अरे बॉडी इतना अच्छा है, खत्म। नेक्स्ट बॉडी फिर गच्चीवाली में पैदा हो गए, कुत्ते की तरह पढ़ाएंगे इन ऑर्बिट क्या स्कूल में, कैम्ब्रिज यूनिट स्कूल में, उसके बाद गधे की तरह काम करोगे माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में, फिर ऑडी खरीदोगे, वहां पे पार्क करोगे, पार्क करते समय बाजू वाला कार कौन सा है, मर्सिडीज, फिर घुमा, जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुख दोषानु दर्शन है ना, मर्सिडीज का सिंबल वही है ना, घूमते रहोगे। पहले 4 अंडे थे, अब एक बड़ा अंडा है और कुछ नहीं। देख के सोचो जरा। So what is the size of the soul? It is explained. It is 1/10,000 the tip of a hair. सोल का साइज होता है क्या? होता है। कितना? 1/10,000 the tip of a hair. तो बाल को निकाल के उसका टिप निकालो, उसका 10,000 पीस करो, वो एक पीस सोल का साइज है। किसका बाल? मच्छर का बाल। प्रभु जी, ये तो मेरा बाल सोचा है, ये तो पकड़ने को मैं आता, पकड़ने को भी नहीं आता हाथ में। मच्छर का बाल देखा है? मच्छर को देखा है? मच्छर के बाल को देखा है? माइक्रोस्कोप में देखोगे दिखाई देगा, ठीक है नहीं? उसके बाल को निकालो, उसके टिप का निकालो, उसका 10,000 पीस कट करो, उसका मतलब इनडायरेक्टली दे आर टेलिंग यू कैन नॉट सी व्हाट दैट व्हिच इज मटेरियल कैन नॉट एक्सपीरियंस स्पिरिचुअल। समझ रहे हैं? बट even soul is inconceivable. It is said that the soul is invisible, inconceivable, immutable. Knowing this, you will not grieve for the body. Anyway, many things. So there are 6 transformations that happen in your body. We are ending 5 minutes. You take a body, you grow in that body, you stay in that body, you reproduce in that body, you dwell and you die. 6 transformations that will happen. And by the way, where will your beautiful body, what will your beautiful body become after you die? Ash, mud or stool? So this stool मत बोलो ना, अच्छा लगता है, इतना beautiful body दिया है, stool क्यों बोल रहे हो? वही बनना है, right? So earth, body, fire, ether, I already talked about it. What is real mukti? Get rid of your material body. स्वर्ग की प्राप्ति रास्ते क्या मत बोलो। स्वर्ग में क्या प्रॉब्लम है? फिर वापस आओगे, राइट? वहां पे भी टेंशन नहीं जियोगे। हाँ। So people can say, I am soul indestructible, I am eternal, so I am God. You are not God. What is the verse which says that you are not God? Natyam jatu nasam nattamane javanam. I am there, you are there, we are there. Clearly is differentiating that you cannot become God. Don't try to become God. God is God. Ghost के बारे में बात करना है? नहीं? Interesting topic है? राम से पिक्चर देखना है? हाँ? Do ghosts exist? प्रभु जी, ghosts exist or no? अरे प्रभु जी, ये आंसर बोलने के मैं इतना इंतजार कर रहा था। टाइम कितना प्रभु जी? रात में बोलेंगे। ये सेशन कंटिन्यू होगा exactly 12 hours later 11 o'clock in the night। यहाँ पे आ जाओ। भूत दिखेगा नहीं, मैं भूत बन के दिखाऊंगा आपको। Do ghosts exist? Yes, they exist, but not like the way we see in what is that movie? English movie, na? Not like that. Chandramukhi. Laka 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 laka. Not like that. Not like Chandramukhi or that movies, you know, whatever. A lot of movies are there. I said, huh? Ghost Rider. वैसा नहीं दिखेगा। और क्या वो मरते हुए इंसान घूमते हैं ना ऐसे ऐसे। वो गच्चीवाली में घूमते रहते कंपनी के बीच में। तू यही पढ़ा क्या? डेटा इंटेलिजेंस आया क्या? नहीं होगा। मरे लोग। They don't know why they are existing only. Yeah. At least you all have the intelligence who you are. They don't know who they are. Right? So you will not become zombies. You will not become. But what is a ghost? Ghost is a soul that was very attached to the body and is refusing to leave and is struggling to find another body. And mostly people who commit suicide become ghosts. For how long? Until the time duration was set for them to live, because they've committed suicide. Until then, they have to be in this world without a body. So what do? They try to get the body. Right? They try to get the body. Somehow or the other, they'll try to get the body. Because they want to enjoy. They're thirsty. They don't have a tongue. Their mental body is still alive. Na? Subtle body is still alive. Mind is still alive. Intelligence is still alive. It is asking for happiness. They want to enjoy sex. They don't have body. They want to eat. They don't have tongue. They want to do something, but they don't have body. So they'll search for a body. And where will they search for a body? Everywhere. Daytime, nighttime, everywhere. प्रभु जी बहुत पिक्चर में तो रात में दिखाया था, दिन में भी आते हैं, दिन में भी आते हैं, सॉरी, राइट? दिखेंगे आपको, नहीं दिखेंगे. साइज कितना है? 110,000 टिप ऑफ हेयर, तो फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा ना. They are punished because you are supposed to go through some happiness and distress in this body. You voluntarily committed suicide, rejecting the plan of Yamaraj. So Yamaraj says, okay, but you cannot come back. Your allotted time is there only. You have to stay there. And where do they find these bodies? They find these bodies where the 9 holes are dirty. People who don't take bath get possessed. People who go and drink alcohol, their mouth is filled with alcoholic smell, they get possessed. A lot of people who drink in the night, next day morning, no, they didn't know. It's not about alcohol. Bhoot aake pura karke gaya. Whatever nonsense they have to do, the ghost has already done through it. Right? People who use paper instead of water. Congratulations. Clean your holes properly. Right? Clean them. ज़्यादा बोल दिया तुम. बाप रे. ये तो पूरा racism बोल रहा हूँ. मैं racism नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. Ghostism बोल रहा हूँ मैं. To understand, you should keep. Most importantly, you should become devotional. When you become a devotee, if you wear a kanthi with tulasi, कोई ghost पास नहीं आएगा. It will not come. Right? You wear a tilak, keep yourself clean. Nobody, प्रभु जी अभी convert कर रहे हैं, पूरा बोल के नहीं. Convert है, हमारा सच्ची बात बोल रहे हैं बाबा. Ghosts are scared to even go near to a devotee because they know he is surrendered to God. इससे क्यों पंगा लेना? Right? They'll go to places. They'll go to forbidden houses. They'll go around try to finding possessing bodies. They'll try to do all those things. In Kali Yuga, you don't have many varieties of ghosts. Already everybody is like ghost only. काय को बेकार में. So there are in past there used to be bhutas, pretas, and betalas. I have given the explanation. Bhutas means possess living bodies. Pretas means we have experienced preta bodies. Preta body is different. जो पिंडदान नहीं करता है. Betalas dead bodies को possess करते हैं. Dead bodies को. इसीलिए जला देते हैं अपने पास. As soon as somebody dies, immediately we cremate because we don't want them to possess. उठने से पहले खत्म करो इसको. Pisachas, vampires, but they don't exist in Kali Yuga. Don't worry. The point is very simple. Ghostly characters exist, but they possess people who are ready to be possessed. Right? If you chant names of God, no inauspicious souls will enter your house. If you burn cow dung cakes in your house, no inauspicious thing will come inside. Why do people keep tulasi behind their house? Ghostly things should not come outside. Why do they do Gruh Pravesham wherever they go? Gruh Pravesham, they put turmeric, they put all that, they break the nariyal, but more than that, you take God inside the house. All the inauspicious elements are removed. People do Shanti Puja. All these things are there. But most important, after doing all this also, if you're not a devotee, ghost will come in. Should be a devotee. Ghost means what? You don't want disturbance. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram. You chant like this. That's all. You don't need to worry about ghosts or any of these things. So, you come to my house and most welcome anytime, right? You'll always see there is a mantra going on all the time. Mantra चलना ही चाहिए घर में. क्यों? अच्छा है मंत्र. इसीलिए तो temples इतने सारे थे ना. All our houses are surrounded by so many temples. Every street had a temple. Why? The vibrations should be there. This ghostly character should not come in this locality. Even if somebody is vulnerable to be ghostly haunted, still the ghost will not come because the vibrations are so good. Right? So become clean. Clean what? Inside also, outside also. Taking bath properly. Keeping yourself clean in your thoughts. Everything affects ghosts. इससे ज़्यादा ghost के बारे में मेरे को बोलना नहीं है. But if you stay in mode of goodness, chant Vedic mantras, you chant Narsimha Kavaja mantras, when in vulnerable situations, Ugram Veeram, Mahavishnu, Jalantam, Sarvato Mukham, Narsimham, Bhishanam, Bhatram, Mrityor, Mutyam, Namamiham. ऐसे बहुत सारे मंत्र हैं. बहुत सारे. शिव जी का आराधन करो. No problem. Rudraksh pehno. No ghost will come close by you. Of course, Shivji deals with ghosts. Unka is Bholenath. He has to deal with ghostly people. Right? But he is pure. Shivji is not impure. Shivji is pure. Right? He is a great Vaishnava. He is himself meditating on Vishnu. Where is the question of ghosts coming close by? Become a good devotee. Point is, become a good devotee. Then automatically all these things are out of anyone who is chanting Hare Krishna mantra and is following the regulative principles. What are the regulative principles? 4 pillars of dharma. Mercy, daya, no eating, no harming anybody by killing something. No gambling, speaking only truth. No seeing anybody else with the wrong intention, no illicit sex. Right? And tapasya, willing to forego some things you like for a definite benefit in future. Following Ekadashis, following Upavas on good days, following austerity of not eating some things, no intoxicants. So what is the difference between soul and super soul? Last slide. What is the difference soul and super? Super soul is God. So लोग बोलते हैं भगवान है, भगवान नहीं है. क्यों? Soul is Jiva. Super soul God is Paramatma. You are Anu, he is Vibhu. You are limited, he is unlimited. You are a drop of water, he is ocean. There is a lot of difference. Qualitatively you are same, quantitatively you are different. It's a great understanding you get from Vedas. Difference between you and God. Qualitatively, he is truthful, you are also truthful, but he is always truthful. He is beautiful, you are also beautiful, but he is extremely beautiful. He is so beautiful that he himself is attracted to himself. Once Krishna was walking in Dwarka, the floor was so clean. He looked at it. ये कौन इतना है? Krishna ने अरे इतना सुंदर कल इतना नहीं था. He is becoming more and more beautiful, and more beautiful than him is Srimati Radharani. He is Madan Mohan. Krishna is Madan Mohan. Madan means what? Cupid. Cupid is the one who attracts everybody, na? Cupid, लड़का लड़की Cupid. कल पूरा Cupid घूम रहा था स्ट्रीट्स के ऊपर, है कि नहीं? हाँ? But Madan Mohan, the one who attracts Cupids, is Krishna. Now, what is Srimati Radharani? Madana Mohana Mohini. The one who attracts even Madan Mohan. Right? But why is Radharani so beautiful? Because she serves Krishna so nicely. Through service comes beauty. Cognizant of one's own body. Soul is only cognizant of this body. Like, I am only cognizant of this body. But Krishna is cognizant of all the bodies. Right? You are a loving servitor. He is a loving master. You are always a servant eternally. He is always a master eternally. But he loves you and serves you when you become a devotee. We can never become God. God is God. God doesn't become God. जोर से बोलो. God is God. God doesn't become God. अभी मैं थोड़े दिन में भगवान बन जाऊंगा. ऐसे जो बोलते हैं ना, वो G.O.D. God नहीं, उल्टा है वो. ठीक है? हरे कृष्णा. हो गया. चलो. तो अभी बाकी स्लाइड्स आप लोग देख ले सकते हो. छोटा छोटा स्लाइड है. एक लास्ट में एक कविता बता के छोड़ूंगा. एक बार बहुत सारे पक्षी बैठे हैं. लॉट ऑफ बर्ड्स आर सिटिंग. They are scared that a hunter will come and take them. They go to a sadhu. They tell, हमको कुछ मंत्र बताओ, so that we are not captured by a sadhu. अभी आया प्रशांत, टाइमिंग अच्छा है, ठीक है. तो you know, so what I'm saying, yeah. So they go to a sadhu and कोई मंत्र बताओ कि I will not get captured. आपको बताओ मंत्र? आप लोग जोर से रिपीट करना. शिकारी आएगा, जोर से बोलो, शिकारी आएगा, जाल बिछाएगा, दाना डालेगा, लोग में उसमें फंसना नहीं. How many people don't understand Hindi here? जाके सीखो. अरे पूरा देश का लैंग्वेज है, क्या किधर से, तमिलनाडु से है क्या? वहां पे बहुत लोगों को डिसीज है वो. मैं रहा हूँ वहां पे. नहीं, हम हिंदी नहीं सीखेंगे. क्यों नहीं सीखेंगे? सीखो. अब भारत के वासी हो, सीखो हिंदी. ठीक है. एनीवे, मैं भी सीख रहा हूँ. मैं रेड्डी फैमिली से आ रहा हूँ. कष्टपड्डा नहीं नोड़ा, నేర్చుకున్నా మంచిగా ఉంది. ठीक है. एनीवे, तो फिर से मंत्र बोलो बच्चे लोग. शिकारी आएगा, जाल बिछाएगा, दाना डालेगा, लोभ में उसमें फंसना नहीं. What is meaning? Shikari will come, he'll put the net, he'll throw the seeds, but due to your illusion, don't get trapped in that. इंग्लिश में मजा नहीं है ना, हिंदी में मजा है कि नहीं? एक और बार बोलते हैं. शिकारी आएगा, जाल बिछाएगा, दाना डालेगा, लोभ में उसमें फंसना नहीं. तो मन सभी लोगों को समझ में आया? बच्चे लोग सभी लोगों को समझ में आया? सारे बर्ड्स बोले साधु जी हमको समझ में आया. जाके खा रहे, चू 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 खा रहे. शिकारी आया, जाल डाला, दाना डाला, उसको खा रहे. खाते समय क्या मंत्र बोल रहे हैं? शिकारी आएगा, जाल बिछाएगा, दाना डालेगा, लोभ में उसमें फंसना नहीं. वो धीरे धीरे जाल को खींच रहा है, तो दे आर गेटिंग डिस्टर्ब. ये कौन खींच रहा है? खींचते समय क्या? अरे साधु ने मंत्र बोला ना, शिकारी आएगा, जाल बिछाएगा, दाना डालेगा, लोग में फंसना नहीं. वो पूरा खींच के पूरा लपेट दिया, लपेट के पूरे अंदर है. अरे अरे हम लोग अंदर कैसे आ गए? वो साधु ने तो मंत्र बोला था. अच्छा, ठीक तरह से जप नहीं किया. फिर से बोलो सभी लोग, शिकारी आएगा, बोलो ना, जाल बिछाएगा, दाना डालेगा, लोभ में इसमें फंसना नहीं. इसको बोलते हैं अक्ल नहीं. है कि नहीं? मंत्र क्यों दिए जाते हैं? You should understand the meaning of mantra and apply it. ये नॉलेज क्यों दिया जा रहा है? घर जाके जब करो, थोड़ा सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन के बारे में टाइम इन्वेस्ट करो. नहीं तो आप यहाँ पे 12 सेशन कंप्लीट करोगे, भगवद गीता 18 चैप्टर 700 श्लोक से कंप्लीट हो जाएंगे. वापस जाते समय क्या मंत्र बोलेंगे? शिकारी आएगा, जाल बिछाएगा, दाना डालेगा, लोभ में उसको फंसा है. प्रभु जी पूरा क्लास अटेंड किया प्रभु जी, फिर भी मेरे साथ बुरा हो रहा है प्रभु जी. अगर भगवान है तो बुरा क्यों हो रहा है प्रभु जी? तो सुना ही नहीं ना, तो जब किधर किया? हैव यू फॉलोड द प्रोसेस? नहीं ब्रो, चैंटिंग नहीं होता मेरे से. तो क्या होगा? शिकारी आएगा, जाल बिछाएगा, दाना डालेगा. अरे सीख गया ना सभी लोग? आज एक मंत्र सीख गए सभी, है कि नहीं? So don't decorate the cage. यहाँ पे एक औरत का फोटो है. Don't decorate the cage. See the bird inside the cage. Bird is the soul. Recognize that soul. Please chant everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Namaste Narasimhaya. प्रहलाद लाद दायिने हिरण्याकाशी पूर्वक्षः शीलकंठानकालाये नितो नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहो बहिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो कमल बरेन कामधुत श्रृंगार धरिताय राज कसितो हरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तब कर कमल मधुत श्रृंगार हरिताय कसितो नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, लक्ष्मी नरसिंह स्वामी भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की, ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की, श्री गुरुदेव की, साई गौर प्रेमानंदे। Hare Krishna. I just wanted one announcement. My wife, she's there here.
Yes.
She's behind me. Come in the front. No? Hare. She's my wife, Anuradha Priyadasi, and I'm in devotion because of her. So I'm very grateful always. Announcement over. Please come here. So she takes classes to Matajis. Especially 2-3 areas she covers very nicely. For Matajis who are not yet married, it's like premarital training, and also to lead a very balanced life. Especially for Matajis, there is more demanding household things, household expectations. So she will schedule something for Matajis separately. She'll create a separate group. You want to say anything? So she will just create another. You can join the group, only Matajis, not Prabhujis. I'll send that message in the group, or she'll send a separate WhatsApp group. You can join that. And if you have any friends who are looking for such kind of spiritual awakening in them as young girls, and even Matajis who are married also can come there, and also share your experiences. It's a forum where we can help each other, right? Spiritually, mainly spiritually. Material problems will always be there, but she will take at least one class in a week, online, and maybe once in a month in person, at our home. She'll give you the details wherever it will happen. So please take advantage of this. I want to make sure that I'm receiving many calls. I'm diverting it to her. They have several problems in the houses, several doubts how to implement Krishna consciousness in their life. So please go forward. It's not like Prabhujis don't have problems, but Matajis also have problems. But there's a separate forum for Matajis, and you can always approach us. We are all here. We are all here to help each other. We're all children of God. Okay? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And thank you very much, Prabhuji and Matajis, for sponsoring this program. Every little penny that you are giving, money that you are giving, is really helpful. because we are more than 150 people. We are preparing prasad, and even a little contribution that you are leaving, in the scanner code or in that box, will be used. So please, help us continue these activities. Did you all like today's session? Who am I? Who am I? Soul. Haribol. Thank you. Then the shikari aega. Jal Who am I? I know your souls. Soul doesn't eat idli, but today you can eat. Okay. So we'll do a 5 minutes standing up kirtan, right? So today Matajis can go this side, Prabhujis can stay this side. Is that okay? Yeah, 5 minutes. Yesterday, last week there was a demand that Matajis को place बस नहीं हो रहा है. So थोड़ा आज Prabhuji लोग manage करेंगे. Hare Krishna. Just 5 minutes so that we become a little shaked up and then we can have prasad. Very cool. Yeah, you can move all the things aside, all the bags. Please keep it in the side. Whose bag is that? Enthusiastically, yeah. Like that, you can keep it back here. Everybody should chant the mantra loudly, huh? ऐसे नहीं ऐसे डांस कर रहे हैं तो अच्छे तरह से chant करके करना है. And you can make starting step will be simple like this, right? Lifting the hands, and then as we start the tune more, you all can make a circle, many circles, not only one circle, and then push one person in between the circle or two people, and you can dance. Harshal Prabhu and others will give you some templates. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Don't sing with me. After I sing, then you have to sing. When you are singing, you can lift your hand. Okay? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Come on, जोर से बोलिए. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bola. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Gaurava Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Gaurava Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gauranita 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jai Jai Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Ram Sankirtan ki, Jai Shri Krishna Bhagwan ki, Srimati Radharani ki, Bolo Jai Shri Ram. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. ऐसे नाचोगे पूरे भूत भाग जाएंगे. Hare Krishna, please everybody take prasad. Hare Krishna.